Him. Hello. Howdy, everyone. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to NES-to-DOS Pipeline. Flying solo at the moment. Charky was going to be on this stream as my co-commentator, but unfortunately they were trying to upgrade their DOS machine, their daily driver, as they would call it, to a Windows 11 build, and it exploded. So they're sorting that out. They'll be back soon enough, hopefully. But we're going to have a guest join us. They have not joined just yet, so we may have a fill-in sooner or later at some point. But we'll get started straight away, and I'll do my best to fill in the pieces here. Oh, hello. Howdy.
Hello.
Hello, Sid. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
Glad to be here.
So, as I was explaining to the audience here, we're about to embark on some Nintendo Entertainment System to MS-DOS conversions. I got a few of them collected here. So the theme is games that came out on NES and then were brought to MS-DOS. I wonder if that needed any sort of explaining beyond the title, beyond the premise alone, or... But I will say, that does discount a few games that people might be expecting to show up on here. I see in the chat straight away someone saying I'm expecting Ninja Gaiden. No! The Ninja Gaiden on MS-DOS is a conversion of the arcade game, so no, that will not be appearing on the stream. Or maybe it will, I don't know. I'll do it, I'll bend the rules, who cares? We're not, like, exactly strict with our definitions here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame. But, regardless of all that, I do know what we're starting with. It's a little game by the name of Castlevania that came out in 1986 on NES. It took them 4 years to bring it to MS-DOS. So clearly, with that much time, they were just putting like all their effort into it, you know, making it the best it could be. And I'll have this streaming out to you in just a second. People should be seeing it at around this time.
Oh, beeps.
Yeah, PC speakers. So this is the thing on your computer back in the day, on your IBM compatible you may have had back then, which would give you, like, warnings if something was wrong with your computer. And some enterprising, intrepid developers found ways to make something resembling music come out of it. And that's what we're listening to right now. Is there a music credit? Is there a composer credit in these credits here? No.
I don't know. The foyer sequence? I don't know.
Let's see what we have here. Let's see if I can remember the controls. Oh, that's right. There is joystick support for some of these, not all of these. Oh, I can't actually use the joystick to select joystick. I have to use the keyboard to select joystick, and then we can proceed with the game. I'll also mention this was developed by one Distinctive Software. They're responsible for a couple of the games we'll be playing tonight. Oh. Alright, I can do this.
Got your zones in order?
Gotta calibrate. It's important that you calibrate, otherwise, you know, a precision game like Castlevania could go all cattywampus. That's our guy. That's our Simon.
It's Simon.
Simon is coming after you. So you may have noticed that when a sound effect happens, the music stops. That is one drawback of this hardware configuration of designing it with, you know, the multiple IBM compatibles and versions of DOS and so on and so forth that existed back in the day, and also leveraging PC speakers in the year 1990. I'm fairly certain Sound Blaster existed. This could have potentially leveraged that. But alas. Now, I'm relying on my Castlevania knowledge here. Are you much of a Castlevania player? Do you have Castlevania experience?
Oh yeah, I've played almost all of them, but I'm very bad at the action non-Metroidvania ones and haven't beaten those.
This is my jam. Original Castlevania, very much in my wheelhouse, and this is the definitive version of it. as far as I'm concerned. You know, some people say Vampire Killer on the MSX, but no, it's DOS. That's the computer version you want. Those games that made it into the Castlevania Chronicles collection, was it the Sharp X86 or 68,000?
68,
one of those.
yeah, 68,000.
Thank you. I think at a certain point, if you were a gamer back in the day, you would probably mute this. You would probably try to instruct this to not play any music, any sounds, anything. You'd have to enjoy this one in the dark, in silence. I'm not even going to attempt. A classic Castlevania trick is skipping this underwater sequence by bouncing off of a bat here. Like that, but I'm not going to waste my time doing that. I will eat this wall meat, though. Now, this is a conversation we had in the Discord yesterday, I think. What is the meat in Castlevania?
It's cartoon. It's cartoon power.
You know, that's an acceptable answer. I am of the school of thought that it is a turkey leg, if you're ever getting, like, granular with it, but I will accept that it is cartoon meat. In the same way that video games like to have cartoon bombs in them.
Yeah.
You know,
Dracula
sort of
was a scientific genius, and the castle's dimensional capabilities meant that stuff from lots of dimensions could enter, including the cartoon dimension, when you think about it.
So we're talking like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit sort of situation here.
Yeah, exactly.
I buy that too. You know, I'm completely on board with this. Now let's see if this is in the game. If it's in this version of the game, Neil, big money, and it cost me my life. Because a fishman came down there, and that is why you don't go for score in Castlevania. But let me ask a more pertinent question, I suppose. Also, my whip went right through that candle.
Sure did.
How much DOS have you played in your lifetime? Did you have a DOS machine growing up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I especially spent even more time in DOS because when I was very young, I didn't know what the word delete meant. So when I went into the Windows 3.1 system folder and pressed delete all, yeah.
Yep.
And you know, the thing is, my parents then handed me a book they got from my uncle, who was an IT guy, called Mastering DOS, and they told me to fix it because, you know, I was so smart that I could delete all those files. Clearly, I can fix it. So I went from not knowing what the word delete meant to running check disk on the C drive. So big upgrade for me there, you know. And then I didn't get a job in IT later in life. I might, if I had this callback, I might, but for over 30 years, I didn't think I should do IT.
Yeah, I mean, the pure genius it takes to type in delete all on a computer. I can see why your parents reasonably assumed that you could unfuck that situation.
Oh, you lit this house on fire? Well, now you're going to have to build the whole house.
If you're smart enough to start fire like the cavemen before us, you can certainly build shelter like the Romans did. You know, it's...
But yeah, I played a fair few games on DOS. I remember, like, even, you know, when there were some games that I remember I actually wanted to play, and then I switched to, God, what was it, Windows 7? No, I think I stopped playing DOS games by then, but
I'm imagining you. I know that it's not what you mean, but I imagine you going straight from DOS to Windows 7. I imagine that was like the leap in technology that you had to experience.
But yeah, I went from an XP machine to Windows 7, and there were still some DOS games I wanted to play, and they stopped working. I'm like, oh man.
End of an era.
That's too hard. Yeah, and like DOSBox was still being developed at the time, and that still had a lot of problems. Or you still had to do a lot of stuff manually that I never figured out even when I had to use DOS.
So I should probably say, for the benefit of, I did want to hear that little jam there, that little jingle. I should probably say that I did grow up with DOS machines. That was my first computer would have been a DOS, and I think I upgraded to like an Apple Macintosh, and then to Windows 95 after that. So I ended up skipping 3.1 at a certain point in my life. But yeah, growing up with DOS and playing Doom as one of my first ever games because it was installed by a irresponsible babysitter and left in the machine so I could stumble my way through it at however many single-digit years of age. And I'm like, this is terrifying, but this is also the coolest shit. So I think I'll stick with this video game thing. There might be something to this.
I only had the shareware version of DOS, so the episode. So when I found out one of my friends, like my first friend actually, like really like close friend, was in like 3rd grade. And I found out that he had the full version of Doom, and he had a LAN setup at his house with 4 computers. I lost my goddamn mind. I like could not conceive of it. It was so good.
People
like,
always talk
what
about
I want to do
like,
all the time.
People like always talk about in their childhoods knowing like that one rich kid, that one rich family that you always go over to their house to play like on their consoles and whatnot, to play their Sega Genesis. No, showing up to play Doom on DOS at their personal LAN center inside their house. That's the move. That's the friend you want.
We were the rich family, technically, I guess, of all my other friends there. But like, you know, my parents, we were grounded all the time, so I didn't get that much stuff. My parents also didn't want to spend much money, because like my friend who had Doom, his dad played video games, and my parents to date have never touched a video game in their life and never will. So like, big difference there in where they put the money.
Of course the Medusa head gets me. Like, why wouldn't the Medusa head get me in this version of the game? I'm adept enough at dodging them in DOS, and not in DOS, on NES, but I don't know if this is coming through, but this game is a little choppier than its NES counterpart. I don't know if that much is being conveyed to the viewers, to you. This is not the ideal experience, perhaps. Admittedly, a lot of effort went into this. It's impressive for what it is. It's impressive that this runs at all, but ultimately, not a great way to... I thought I almost died again there.
Yeah. I mean, Cass, I think you've had the luxury, the decadence of frames for too long, and you haven't really tested yourself against this game in a way that proves you're a Castlevania master. You've just been like coasting by on like the Nintendo's power. It really you, or was it the Nintendo that beat the game?
Yeah, if I really think about it, yeah, that really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Ramona saying, try pressing your computer's turbo button. Ha ha ha. That would slow it down, I'll have you know. I'm a true DOS head here. The turbo button underclocks your computer in case your games are running too fast because of the cycles on your computer. Common misnomer. I was also going to say, you mentioned parents playing video games. I don't believe my dad ever had the chance to play one. My mom, I roped into playing Sonic 2 with me at some point in my life. But since then, and to this day, she refers to all video games, regardless of genre, regardless of content, as bang bang shoot 'em ups. Which is objectively funny. I mean, that's hilarious. Yeah. If I ever have kids, I'm absolutely going to pretend I don't know what video games are and say, hey, you're playing your bang bang shoot 'em ups again? And they're like, Mom, like you've played more video games than I've ever played in my life.
Yeah. I remember I told my dad that was like the thing I was kind of annoyed about. It's like, well, when I talk about some like other new hobbies I'm into, you always like want to ask about it, but like I do video game stuff and you never ask. Like, well, I don't know anything about video games. Like, you bought the Genesis for my brother and I. That's how we found out what video games were. You've known about video games longer than I have, technically. I know there's more to it than that, but it's like technically you know about video games longer than I have.
I blew it by the way on these. So we've already conceded one. Oh, no. Oh, whoa. I blew this one. No, wait. I really got to carefully analyze this one.
But just keep saying you blew it, and that's the secret.
Yeah, there's actually microphone support for this game, believe it or not. If you don't mind reading chat for me, by the way.
Yeah, of course. That's actually... Yeah,
I just see one comment from someone who was telling their computer history. I think it's a little earlier in the chat, but I would like to see what they said, to hear what they said as far as their journey on computers. Because I'm always interested to ask. I think it's always like a good way to start a conversation with someone that you know is into these weirdo PC games.
Yeah. Let's see. Instructional cat in the chat. First time chat. Welcome, my cat. My mom only cared about one game enough to have me play it for her, and it was Uncharted 2 after 8 years. Wow. I guess they really want to see. She really wanted to see a new Indiana Jones.
Well, don't you know? There's the Indiana Jones and the something of something or whatever just out, and that should fill that. I saw that in theaters. That was a
dial of old people, or the only people who watch these movies anymore.
Oh, I accidentally picked up an axe instead of a cross. So You know what it is? Another thing is because I'm playing this with a joystick, which means I'm playing with DualSense. I'm hitting that up button a lot, all the time, basically. Yeah, I'm so fucked for this fight. There's just no chance I... Alright, axes. No boss music in this, I'm noticing right now, that they, that was a bridge too far.
I mean, it took a while to tell because of all the PC speaker having to do everything.
Oh yeah, it's still figuring it out. The machine is still trying to figure out, like, what song should be playing right now. If I die here, that's the end of this run. I'm considering playing these until... Oh, I died standing up. Impressive. I do want to, while I see this, I want to scroll up to see if I can find that. Paul S., who went from Apple II to DOS and Windows 3.1 in 1992, so... No, that's a proper old head card that you can pull there. It's sad to say. I mean, me too, but, you know, it's...
Oh yeah, we had Apple IIs at, when I was in... first grade? I remember because we played Odell Lake on them.
Oh yeah, the oft-forgotten, like, very, like, you know, in the same vein as, like, an Oregon Trail, in that it's ostensibly educational, but... I've played a fair bit of Odell Lake, is what I'm trying to get at.
AKA, it's a memorization game, but it's like, what's an osprey? I have no idea. Oh, I went up and I died. I guess an osprey is something above the water. And then for, like, a year after that or more, I didn't still know what an osprey was.
You narrowed it down. You figured out that, it's air of land, earth, and sea, or whatever. Did I say land, earth? I meant land, air, and sea.
That sounded similar to me.
Yeah, it's good enough.
See, honestly, every sound I'm hearing in real life now is just turning into PC speaker beeps.
Oh no, I completely understand it. I apologize to everyone. Alright, don't get the cross. I'm not even going to bother breaking any of these open because I don't want to accidentally get the wrong power-up. I desperately need the holy water for this. At least
did you ever play the sequel to Odell, like Odell Down Under, which just... I don't think it's specifically set in Australia, but...
Then why call it Down Under? It's clearly Down Under.
Because
like,
you go further into the water.
Oh, okay, I guess that makes a sort of sense.
Yeah, and also, big mistake is that you can choose what kind of creature you play as, including the predators, including a great white shark. So that's what everyone in the computer lab did, and no one learned anything, and they just killed everything in the lake as the great white shark.
Well, at least you learn a lot about sharks. You know, before we had Shark Week, this is how people had to learn about sharks. Yeah, the educational programming block, Shark Week. Do they still do that? Is that even, like, a thing that's still... Or did they realize they run out of sharks?
I'm sure there's something branded Shark Week. If it has anything educational on it at all, I have no idea.
Someone will report to us, I'm sure. I can't believe I actually made it to stage 3 in this. And they even give us an extra life. Now, I could play this all night.
I'm not gonna spend your extra life?
I'm thinking about it. You're making me think about it. I don't know if... I mean, people know about this game to an extent. I feel like I'm partially responsible. I feel like I'm partially responsible for this game being known because I used to do the Bad Game Music Hall of Fame, and I posted the main theme to this game, and so it has, like, you know, a couple thousand, tens of thousands of views, and I feel like people started covering the game after that video. At a certain point, so, you know, not this, you know, Konami hire me as a marketing guru, and, you know, I'll get that SEO up. I'll get this game. There'll be DOS on Castlevania will be popping off in no time.
Can you add a battle pass to this or something? I mean,
yeah, that's the next logical step. I mean, really, bring back Castlevania, bring a battle pass in, and also make like a trading card game version of it too. Really, just like every hook we can throw in there. This song's really not getting a word in edgewise. We got this new music, and we're not going to hear a note of it. Okay, maybe we're not missing much, but, you know, still, it's...
Yeah. Actually, Paul asked in the chat, in middle school, my class was responsible for making copies of mech titles for the district. Like you made copies of the files and then they got mailed to other schools in the district or something? That definitely sounds like it wasn't supposed to be your classroom's job.
Also, how bad is it that the first thing I think of when I hear making copies is making copies?
Yeah.
To this day, that's cursed.
It's not a lot of other a big pop culture copy making.
I guess there's Office Space. There's the copy room.
That's like a whole. That's not like a quick bit, you know. That's an extended saga.
Is there wall meat here?
It's wall meat coated, but yeah.
Maybe I make it to the next screen and there's a checkpoint here.
Yeah, get some posts in chat if you're wall meat coated.
I'm based in wall meat coated, as the kids say, as the kids claim they say.
Yeah, not red wall. That means you're a mouse or like a badger furry.
Is this checkpoint where I think it is? Okay, yeah, so getting to that next screen didn't help us much, but I'll take it. It's still close enough. You know, we have like 9 other games to get to, but I just like Castlevania so much that even this worst possible version of it, sad to say.
Well, who knows how the other games are gonna go, right? I mean,
it's not like I've played all these before or anything.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the sort of audio-visual quality of them, perhaps streaming them for even less time is just going to be inevitable. We don't know. It would be funny if this was somehow the absolute worst one. Like the game with, like, known for its music has the worst soundtrack possible.
Started from the bottom. Started with a showstopper.
Okay. Yeah, Paul was confirming that, yeah, the classroom-made copies used MECC's own copy and printing utility. Made the labels? Wow.
That is impressive. I mean, that's also, like, you know, unpaid labor. I mean, that's making kids work, basically. But, you know, it's valuable lessons to be learned.
The one guy whose job was computer guy because he didn't have any other title.
Because we didn't know back then. We couldn't think of... He's just the computer guy. He can do anything with a computer. You ask him, he'll do it.
And it could be like a middle school where there was the computer teacher guy who just did the basic stuff, and then the actual guy who knew how to fix computer problems. And it was the former guy, you know, who did all the classes, and then eventually got fired. Not explicitly because he was creepy, but he was friends with the principal who didn't fire him, even though everyone thought he was a creepy teacher. And then that principal got replaced by the vice principal, and then he immediately got fired. So
this is either oddly specific, or or something that is culturally a thing that I'm just not privy to, I guess. Oh, there is meat. Secret meat.
Oh yeah, my mommy wasn't eating it. I guess he can't.
Come on, there we go!
Wow.
Oh my god, what if I accidentally beat this whole game tonight? What if this stream that's supposed to be like a showcase stream for like a variety of games just ends up being me playing Castlevania DOS all the way through? Ramona LF says, that's a wrap, mummies. Alright, ban this mod from the chat, please. We'll see whose moderation powers are stronger. It's...
not to put any... if the meat is cooked. Oh, Miriam's asking if the meat is cooked. I mean, it's hard to tell in these graphics, but in the other ones it's been, like, browned, at least. It's been exposed to some kind of process. That might just be the dirt from the wall.
It could be very dusty meat for all we know. I noticed that we skipped the animation of falling all the way down here, so we don't know how we got here, really, in this version of the game. Important storytelling bits missing from this. There's this old Flash animation, like, circa, like, 2002, 2003, like, beginnings of, like, Flash animation, I don't remember who
Yeah.
made it, but it is literally like 30 seconds long. It is a transition between that previous level and this one. It is Simon falling down that hole and immediately breaking his legs, and he says, ow, and then the flash animation ends. The peak of
I've
comedy.
seen that. Yeah. That's actually kind of familiar. Wow.
If you were a Newgrounds kid, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, however, definitely worth the, like, 2 hours or however long it took a 28.8K modem to load that animation.
I can't remember if these skulls are a solid platform or not. Not chancing it.
Yeah, well, yeah. You made the right call there. I would have gotten killed. That fishman, those fishmen are all stuck up there.
Uh-oh. Ooh! The joystick almost took me backwards. Oh, well.
Well, I mean, hey, you get back into the game real fast.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, no faster than on NES with its cartridge loading, you know? I mean, this is all installed to the hard drive. Oh, I think I fucked this one. Oh, no! We're still in
I
it!
keep saying that when you think you made a mistake. It's the secret. Confidence is the mind killer.
Confidence is the most potent drug, man. I sound like someone that would also say, like, I'm high on life, man, would say. I'm just, like, mainlining confidence, man.
Free basic confidence.
You know, they say that optimism is the opiate of the masses, and I couldn't agree more, and aww. Oh, look how much better I did than my previous high score on here.
Yeah.
Hall of Blame, I just realized. Blame for what?
That doesn't make any sense. That's just a joke. It's like the word's different. Gotcha.
Bet you didn't see that one coming. And just quits the application, and the way I have it configured, it also closes DOSBox. So that's it for Castlevania, I suppose.
And now go configure high mem.
Now, the next game I have here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The DOS game released in 1989. The NES game released in 1989. The DOS game released in 1990. So quicker turnaround. And this one is also by Distinctive Software, who made the Castlevania game we just played. So this will maybe be thematically similar in some ways. I just realized that it's showing that I don't have the my DOSBox config perfectly set up, so I actually need to directory and what is it, TMNT, or is there a run me? I'm gonna go with the run me. I'm gonna go with the .touch file. I assume this will get us there. See, even if you use DOSBox, you still gotta know a couple commands to get your way to get through it. It's gotta load. Please wait.
Yeah, Ultra Games.
You know what Ultra Games is, right?
Yeah, it's Konami, just so they can print more stuff in the same way.
Yep, very good, cool. Press any key to start. Oh, let's see his credits, though. Music and sound. I wonder if Michael J. Sokraika and Chris Haddlefield were also responsible for the Castlevania soundtrack. Went uncredited in that one. This is still PC speakers. It's slightly improved. It feels like there's more going on. There's more instruments here. I don't know if that's actually better or worse, though, honestly. That's them. Those are the turtles.
It looks like the last thing Michael Sokirka composed for was Triple Play Baseball on PS2 in 2001.
And that's a pretty long career, going from, like, DOS to PS2. That's at least, like, 12 years.
Yeah, it looks like he started did 40 sports driving in 90, so yeah, like 11 years, not bad.
Alright, not a joystick game.
Oh.
We're gonna have to figure out these controls on the fly.
It's a cute little sprite, though.
Space is attack. Is escape gonna close the game? Nope, space will let us select. Very good. And let's see if it's up to jump. If so, we're gonna have some trouble. It is not up to jump. Good. That means enter is jump. It could have been J. You know, you could also read the manual. It would tell you these things. But, you know, when we're just doing stuff for stream, when we're just guessing at half this stuff, when we're just doing this on the fly, we're doing it live. That ninja... Can I bait him down here? Yes. That's the move. Oh, jeez, they drained my health quick. And immediately respawn at that, so... I don't know if Ralph's making it out of this one alive. Yeah, nah. Didn't think so. Ramona saying, me and all my friends at the MS-DOS Ninja Turtle game brother HH, hell yeah. A famous Hulk Hogan tweet. We don't even need to go in that sewer. Let's just bypass that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the exit to it, if memory serves. Look at Mikey shaking his little sausage stick at him. Was like, come here, come here. Walk into this, please. Link's Winter saying, oh yeah, hell yeah, impossible video game. I believe this version is actually possible to beat. The PAL release of this on DOS, the European release of this on DOS, has an issue where there is a jump that you straight up cannot do. It is a necessary jump in one of these levels, and you just, they do not give you enough space for it. They have a thing that blocks your jump from overhead, and then you land in the water every time. Oh, no, Mr. Taco saying PAL is the fixed one. Link's Winter saying, oh, they did fix it. Okay, so this is the version that's broken, then. Interesting. Well, I don't know if we're gonna make it up to that point. But I am gonna switch to Donatello here, and let's see if this old strategy works. Let's see if this old... Chestnut. Nope, I can't jump there. I'm gonna have to do this. The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Wait, how do we
despite
get
the
up
low
there?
fidelity, they really heavily emphasized April's ass there.
Oh, yeah, you gotta. I mean, the sex appeal of this MS-DOS game. Aw, jeez. What color palette is this on DOS? This is bright reds and yellows. Because we all know the pink and light blue.
The CGA, yeah.
Yeah, so that's got to be what? EGA's expanded graphic palette, VGA, and then there's TGA, or no, Tandy.
Yeah, and then SVGA is the real nice one.
I had no health. I died. I picked up pizza before like the death animation started.
Okay. Yeah, Link says this is EGA.
Alright, let's not go to that building either. It's dangerous in there. Let's see if we can get to the boss of this stage. If I can do that, I'll be happy. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Well, that didn't help my case at all. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me try something. If I switch to... Nah. So obviously there's a pizza trick here I can do. I can...
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Wait, Link, did you once see that version of Castlevania?
I wish I could. God. I feel like that would be like a real feather in my cap. Real mark of a Castlevania fan. The jump button did not work. Oh, Link's Winter was saying that they had a one credit clear of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did not manage. I made it to stage 4, which is better than I was expecting.
Yeah, but Link's did last month, so that's wild. Great work. Was the game muted, or did you have the audio on for that? Is the other thing I gotta know.
Yeah, that is a burning question I have, actually. Now you've mentioned it, I must know.
Yeah. Also, Feltemp in the chat says Tandy color's its own thing, which is basically PC Junior color, though not exactly. Okay. PC Junior. Remember when stuff got branded with Junior? I don't even think I know any people with the Junior in their name anymore. I know like, one of my friends in college. One of my friends in college was a junior, but that's about it. Oh blast! Wow.
We're just booking it to where we need to go. That's it. I don't actually remember if... I think it's actually this sewer I need to go into, but let's see if I can get Donatello a little more health. This is gonna go horribly. This is going to backfire. It's not even gonna matter, because we're obviously not making it very far in this version of the game, I don't think.
Yeah. I also like that the video game music preservation page for Mike Security says that there's no birthday, it just is born unknown.
It was a medical experiment to see if we could create someone who could produce music using MS-DOS. And we failed that experiment. That's mean. This is fine for what it is. Like I said, it's impressive. This whole thing is... These graphics on DOS are impressive. It doesn't scroll smoothly, per se. But, you know, it scrolls before adaptive tile refresh.
Yeah, I mean, more... It's not like an issue of the musician more so, like, there's no up to go from here, really. Especially if you're, like, trying to recreate, like, certain kinds of music, just, like... You just can't. It's a PC speaker.
I think this is the way I need to go. You know what I actually... Speaking of turtles... I don't get to talk about this too often on stream, but I read comic books on occasion. I just read the Last Ronin, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. I got the omnibus of it for a birthday. Oh, I want to switch characters before... the death actually takes there.
Yeah.
So I can continue with the level as opposed to having to restart it. But, yeah, pretty good comic. I don't really have much to say about it, other than it's pretty good. And I have the power-up that makes me, a mobile death machine. And is that it for this? Is that the whole reason I came down here? Surely there must be... Oh, you know what it is? I need to, like, maybe, like, walk into, like, where the door's gonna appear from, and that'll spawn the enemies. Like, there's enemy gauntlets in this game occasionally. But this is clearly not the spot for it. So I came all this way for nothing, effectively, is what I'm realizing now. Oh man, that's a lot of flies. And I do not have a lot of reach. Fuck it, just take the hit, at this point, honestly. I wonder if... No, I couldn't hit escape to bring up the menu to keep Wrath alive. Guess I'll just do Leo. Should start us from... Yeah, here. I guess I gotta go left. It just feels so counterintuitive to go left, you know? Wait, how did I didn't get hit with a chainsaw. I walked into the chainsaw guy, but I didn't get killed by the chainsaw guy, I don't think. So yeah, this is pretty brutal. It's
yeah.
This NES game isn't that bad, though. The NES game is fine. The game gets a lot of grief, but, well... Guess we're not making it to stage 2 in this one. Don got caught. Who fights next? I guess we'll... take Raph. And I... pressed left and it just threw me off the ladder. Bad. Alright, that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on DOS. I'm sure someone has played this to the point where it's unpassable. I think there's actually a video by... Is it by Displaced Gamers? There's a video that goes in-depth about the impassable part of this game and how it could have potentially been fixed and so on and so forth. So, go search that up. Find it. I know I gave, like, the most minimal amount of information, but the truth is out there. Okay. This is a big one. There's also a video on this game that we're about to play. This one I think I know is actually by... I know him as Norm. What's the name of his show? Gaming Historian. This is Mega Man on DOS. And the story behind this one is wild. And this is also technically a cheat because this is not really based on the NES version of the game. But if I did not play this for this stream, it would be the only comment we got on YouTube. It'd be the only question anyone was asking in the chat. You know how it goes. But, and you know, it is a NES property that got the treatment on DOS. So, whatever, close enough, good enough. And here we can see the palettes on hand. CGA, EGA, VGA, Tandy. So here we go. I think we want EGA. Enhanced graphics.
Yeah.
I could play this in purple and blue. And let's hope I made the right... Yes, I made the right choice. And
That's
let's
my
hope
EGA, man.
Let's hope this joystick actually works.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is some corruption at the bottom of the screen. And Mega Man is perpetually running to the left. So the joystick isn't calibrated. So I may have messed something up. Yeah, if this... Is this 960? Yeah, I know what the problem is. I know what I did wrong. 2 seconds. I need to open up my DOSBox config file. I need to edit it. I need to change the video to 1280 by 800 because it's a multiple of 320 by 200. And input, let's make this sensitivity a little lower. And that should do it. And in worst case scenario, the joystick don't work. I'll play with keyboard, as clackety as that is. All right. Start game. No, why is there black shit underneath the screen? This is not correct. I was not having this issue with this game earlier. And it's still running to the left. Huh. Interesting. Okay, maybe this takes a little bit more tweaking. The things I do for the dumbest games, really, like, all told, like, what am I doing with my life here? You know, is a question that comes to mind. Is Mega Man on DOS really worth it? It is, it is. I have to tell myself that. I have to convince myself of that. Alright, cycles 1000, video resolution, 1280 by 800.
That's the true DOS experience. We need to show that as well.
Yeah, just troubleshooting. Just this endless hours of, like, figuring out, like, what the fuck is going wrong here?
Yeah, so remember when games just worked?
No, tell me about it.
This doesn't support a 3DFX Voodoo card. You're going to need the other 3D card.
Alright, I'm going to have to boot into my Windows 95 machine. Okay.
Yeah. Windows 95. And speaking of going from Windows 3.1 to Windows 95 was, like, unbelievable.
Ooh, that'd be an awakening. That would, you'd have to question some things.
Like, you can use the mouse for everything. It's like, I mean, surely I have to use the keyboard. It's like, no, everything. You should still learn to use the keyboard stuff because it'll be faster, but you can use the mouse for everything.
I have this at 320 by 200 right now. This is me troubleshooting live. And I hope OBS's scaling is decent. I'm not even going to bother with the joystick.
Looks the same to me.
Don't know what this junk data at the bottom. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna crop it. I'll just deal with it.
It just looks like a border at the bottom.
Well, for now it does, but when I get into the game, it's actually
it's gonna
how you use it. Yeah, let me just see how tall is this black border. 115 pixels. So if I crop the bottom 115, that should fill the frame. Yeah, this is gonna be hopefully playable. And okay, so you're seeing the junk data. I don't think the stream is, so this is as good as we're gonna get.
That's fine.
J for jump, spacebar for shoot.
Wow, J for jump. That's
intuitive,
shockingly
right?
literal, yeah.
I mean, that's what MS-DOS games did back in the day.
Yeah. It's like video games haven't been made before. We don't know. It's a whole keyboard.
What's the first button players are gonna press intuitively? They're gonna think J for jump. All right.
Why did you have to do that?
It's just a cinematic intro. It's just to, like, really get you engaged here. You know that anything can happen in this game.
I like this sweet bro and hella Jeff Mega Man here.
So which of these classic Mega Man villains should we go after in the 3 stages in this game?
I'm curious what Dynaman is if he's not a dynamo like what I assume Voltman would be. I want to know what Dyna is.
Well, let's find out. That's him.
Yep. Wow. Great. We got some vertical scrolling, though.
You know, I'm going to reduce the frames here to 500, because I feel like this is probably more accurate to how it would have ran on a PC of the era. You can always mess around with your cycles in DOSBox to get potentially a slower experience if a game runs too fast, which might also be like a more accurate experience to how you remember it if you happen to play these games in your childhood. Yeah, I don't remember, so this is by a High-Tech Expressions, who are another developer who did a handful of games on this list. But I think this was made specifically by one person, this whole thing. And, you know, by that metric, they did the best they could with what they had, with the assignment at hand. Jeezy Louisey, just let me up here. There we go. Just wait till we get to some platforming in this one. Ooh, boy howdy. Like some proper platforming, like with bottomless gaps and stuff. I couldn't even see that because of how colorful the graphics are. Alright, this might be where, where things go south. Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh! Don't overshoot it. Okay. Ramona says, it was made without, this game was made without Capcom's knowledge until the games were almost finished and Capcom said, sure, release it, we like money. Yeah. That sounds about right. Again, the full story is in that gaming historian video, and I think he interviewed the guy who made this game, which is, you know, above and beyond, which is good to see, to have that frame of reference. All right, I think we have to hold left here. Call me crazy, but huh?
Oh wow, and that's from the thing that was the conveyor belt that was above you before.
All right, it was a good run, folks. We made it as far as we could in this version of the game, in this stage. Okay.
Tim Rod says, I'd like to see other beloved Capcom franchises give this treatment. Imagine Monster Hunter DOS. Monster Hunter DOS came out for the PS2, actually. It's the second Monster Hunter game.
Is there any way to get out of this alive? Oh, that block there! Let's see if there's any checkpoints in this. There are, mercifully.
Wow.
Okay, we might actually see more of this stage after all.
Well, they tell you to get ready, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, they gave you as fair a warning as they can give. Ah, fuck it, whatever. If I can just make it onto that block there, salvage this. You know, I will say, for coming out in 1990, this isn't terrible.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, the smoothness of the scrolling and the control. Like, this isn't great. I'm not good at platformers on the best of days. I've played the NES Mega Mans, obviously. I've beaten those, I feel like that. Or at least the first two. I don't know if I bother with anything. 3 post. But, I don't know. This isn't a reasonable facsimile because it doesn't even attempt to emulate the stages.
Yeah.
You know, and the bosses and whatnot. It comes up with its own stuff. But, you know, better than nothing, I guess? If all your friends at school were talking about Mega Man, and you're like, oh yeah, I got Mega Man on my computer, and they're like, no, you don't. it won't win you that conversation.
I wonder, I know there's been more than a few attempts at, like, fan projects to make, like, a modern, updated version of the Mega Man PC games. Have any of those ever been finished?
I just assume no fan project ever gets finished. I assume any fan project that has ever been pitched fell apart within 6 months after some forum drama. That's usually how it goes. That's I assume they all go.
Yeah. Or it was finished a long time ago and it's still being updated today. It's
one of the two. There's no middle ground there. Nothing ever just releases. I wonder if I kill the next enemy I see, if they might drop health. No, I'm just gonna get killed by it. Wait, no, yeah, well, what can you do? I think we have, oh no. All the way back here? Really?
Oh. Look, you get a checkpoint, alright?
Well, mistime that one. Off to a rip-roaring start on this, our last life.
The fact that this doesn't kill you instantly is just, like, really funny. Just extend it a little longer, the hurt.
Alright, can we do it with 2 blocks of health? I see there's some Mighty Number 9 chat. Can you see tell me how people are weighing in on Mighty Number 9?
Oh, because you said it's better than nothing, Ramona said. No, better than nothing was Mighty Number 9 many years later.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah.
I walked into that one. I handed that one over. We'll do Sonic Man stage here.
He's got a
Video Game
tuning
King saying,
fork.
I still think that Mighty Number 9 gets a bad rep. I mean, it's fine. Like, the truth is that Mighty Number 9 is passable. It's fine. It's just... It was one of those cases of a criminally bad game. If you watched our previous RoboCop stream, where I delineated the categories of bad game, that is a case where the game may be fine, but just everything around it, like, surrounding the company that made it, makes it so that, like, it's impossible to defend the game.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
Ultimately, perhaps fitting that there was a Mighty Number 9 skin in Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z.
Yeah, two great tastes that taste great together, honestly. And yes, at some point we will play both of those games. Spark Unlimited's Yaiba Ninja Gaiden and the Mighty Number 9. We'll play both of those on stream at some point.
You could do like a whole Spark Unlimited stream, I think.
Well, I want to play their entire their catalog. I'm going to go through all those games one by one. Like, it's just... They're Velvet Assassin, right?
I think...
I feel like I'm remembering that correctly. Legendary...
That is Replay Studios.
Shit! Alright, so those are the Tunnel Rats developers, then. And then that makes Spark Unlimited Legendary. Yeah. Okay. I had my wires crossed there.
Media Group.
Yep, who famously rushed the stage at Game Developers Conference during Ken Levine's acceptance speech for Best Game Writer of All Time, or whatever the fuck, for BioShock. And so, ultimately, they got on stage to promote whatever game they were intending to promote. I think it may have even been Legendary, as a matter of fact. And then he didn't get to give his speech, and then the world wept for the genius, the brain genius Ken Levine did not get to share his gospel, his advice on writing.
Do you think that's what made Ken Levine start his podcast that he did for a little while?
Did he do a podcast? Oh, that sounds unlistenable. Host alone.
The one episode I listened to for not even the whole episode was him talking to Zack Snyder.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that parses somehow. Alright, don't go right.
Yeah, it was before Sucker Punch came out, so it was like, I just saw a trailer for that. That looks like the best movie ever. I'm like, whatever your opinion on that movie, the trailer for Sucker Punch is just a bunch of images.
Sucker Punch is the worst video game I've ever seen presented as a movie. And it is just a video game, is all that is.
Yeah.
Is that Zack Snyder wanted to make a video game, and somehow publishers didn't come running, didn't sign it immediately, instead he made a dog shit movie. So I guess that spared us the worst video game ever made. Yeah, no, I think Sucker Punch is, like, horrendously bad. I knew from the start that Zack Snyder was a fucking hack. So it's... Okay, well, we survived long enough to get that health power up there. That has been the goal these past few
and
hours.
a little bonus one. There you go.
Whatever gets us to the next checkpoint.
Are these even robots? Are they just normal mice?
Who's to say? I don't know if this counts for the Rat Roundup. I don't know what to do there. When the firing is delayed, when all the controls feel delayed, and they're not even, like, super delayed, it's, like, maybe, like, a frame or two before they go through. I'm just bad at this. So we'll see the last stage of this. And maybe we can get to the boss on this one. Actually, no, looking at the stage for 2 seconds, the answer to that one is no.
Birds and the entire floor is hazards.
Lovely soundtrack, too.
Pretty good clip, though.
I mean, who's to say that right is the right direction on this? Oh, jeez. Okay, so probably stand here for a frame. Oh, there's something pushing me. Like wind?
Oh, yeah. It's that little magnetic, a dynamo of sorts. Like some kind of Dynaman is operating it.
Ooh. Alright, this is my new strategy. I'm making a wall of death where I just jump and shoot bullets every frame. And, you know, whatever gets in my way... See, it worked! We hit something. Alright, so we can't jump over that. Video Game King saying, I can tell the pixel scaling is non-integer. Look at the health bar, or if it just looks like this. It's probably non-integer. I probably screwed up when I did the cropping. Just to get this running was a Herculean task, remember?
Yeah.
I had to crop out the bottom 115 pixels of the screen because of an error I've never run into with this game before, which is this jump data at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, and it's oscillating pretty rapidly and repeatedly, so it's very unpleasant to look at. So, you're getting the better experience.
Suffering for your arts. It's called suffering for your art, Sid. I do it every stream.
I had a little wine earlier tonight before I decided to be on here. On one hand, I had a little wine. I'm like, I'm not feeling good, but now I'm like, anything that's visually unpleasant is like, it's only a little wine, so it's only a little more unpleasant than usual. But
on that note, I will say, if anyone has any channel points, redeem a drink up. 2,000 channel points, and you'd be sabotaging me so hard right now. I'd be so steamed if someone redeemed the thing that made me consume alcohol on stream. Actually, you know what? Come think about it, I don't know if there's a pause button in this. Wait, let me try pause break. No.
P?
No, not P.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing.
Right, I'll have to drink up after this.
H for halt.
S for stop.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can you see?
Come on, Mega Man. Oh my god, how do I make it past this?
Bronwyn and Tim Rod redeemed.
Yeah, I noticed.
I'm fully aware of what I'm
and
doing.
Pro Striker.
Can you see?
This is not a safe spot. I will redeem it as soon as I can. Thank you for the redemptions. Oh, geez. So here's a big problem I've noticed with the game I haven't been able to articulate to this point. Every enemy is shorter than my bullets. I can't crouch. If I had like a weapon that was like a spread shot or something, if I had like a powered up weapon, maybe I could do something here. But as it stands... Oh, that's nice of them.
You steal that from the spiders.
They got it in their web. Whatever.
I'm like, wait,
oh,
okay,
I
sure.
just jump here?
Looking at this, I'm kind of... I don't know.
What's on your mind?
This isn't actually something I've looked into, even though I've known about the game for a long time. Did the people who make this, know... have they played Mega Man before?
Yeah, no, they were a fan. I think
okay.
The main issue... Oh, god damn it. I should have known that.
And it's a little bump there that makes it seem like it'll help you get back up, but it doesn't.
It's so fucking rude. Yeah, I mean, they want to make their own, sort of fan game, I think is what, the impetus for this was. One. And, ultimately... I don't know.
Ultimately, he's swagging. Look at that guy.
Three. Thank you again.
He turned into Solid Snake for the last one there.
Oh, come on. Okay, where's this checkpoint gonna be? You can suck me sideways if I have to do...
I will say, this is an older time, very few people worked on this, so, when this part's where I'm like, what did they expect people to do? The fact that, one person tested it, I'm like, yeah. When a newer game has a moment, I'm like, what do they expect me to do? That's a little worse, because I'm like, at least 2 people had to do this.
2 people looked at this, and they both signed off.
Yeah.
Ugh, the timing on this. And that guy does not help.
Pro Striker saying Mega Man X5 featured the biggest ability in the series, crouching. That's pretty good. Though I don't know, people, I feel like, were bringing it up for a long time just because that Mega Man sprite was tall and they would get hit in X4 and be like, oh, why can't I crouch? But, the game was designed around the fact that you can't crouch. Then in X5, they made stuff that you had to crouch to dodge, and wow, this is so much better. I'm like, yeah, literally, you need it now to beat the game.
That's as far as I can make it in Mega Man DOS.
Uh-oh.
It's as much as
Sorry.
Mega Man DOS as we're gonna see. I
You
did
win,
want to read.
haters.
I did want to read a message from the chat though. Codeman38 saying the folks at Apogee were fans enough of this that they ripped some of the background tiles from it in the first Duke Nukem. Is the claim being made here? The claim being levied could potentially be true. I mean, I know Codeman. I don't assume them to be a liar. I would be curious to look into that. Maybe that's in the video and I just don't remember it. In any case, that was Mega Man. That's the end of Mega Man on the stream. Just kidding. We have Mega Man 3, The Robots Are Revolting, released in 1992. Same developer. So let's see if we have the same issues with it as we just did. If so, I'll solve them on the fly and whatnot.
Classic double meaning Mega Man title.
So obviously they skipped 2 here. I'm just not even gonna bother with the joystick.
Man points out HG 101's article on it. This is the comparison.
Very good. Thank you for that. All right, high-tech expressions.
A nice logo.
Yeah. A Rosner Labs production. Can't skip this. Oh, okay. Well, it skipped the... Oh.
This Mega Man's looking a little more depressed.
That is a 1 second delay between
maybe it's just
on this menu.
It could maybe. I mean, are you still at the lower cycles?
It started at 3,000 cycles. I lowered it to 1,500. I upped it back to 3,000, and this is still just as fast as it goes.
Maybe it's just the menu, you know? And you're picking a whole stage.
Let's do Sharkman, because we were talking about sharks before. Oh boy.
Like says this is the one I had when I was a kid. No wonder you could once see Castlevania DOS.
Yeah, if this is what you grew up with. Oh, I should have figured that Sharkman would be a water stage, but...
Yeah, swimming Mega Man, though. Get a load of this.
So, from what I recall of this game, it's supposed to be environmentally themed. It's supposed to be a pertinent message about the pollution and maybe don't pollute. Otherwise, the jellyfish will go crazy, and the squids will have like razor teeth and.
Yeah, I remember a lot of this. The '90s had a ton of pro-environmental, make sure your cycle media. I'm wondering, did I miss? Was there like a backlash where there's a lot of like pro-pollution media?
Yeah, you know, Oil Slick and his buddy Forest Fire, dynamic duo of the '90s, the counter response to Captain Planet.
Yeah, so that's where the counterculture was. Like the man wants you to recycle, so it's probably bad. I mean, stuff about recycling is bad, but not like that.
Don't they know that forest fires are actually good because it means that more corporations can come in and build buildings on the scorched ruins? You're right, forest fire. I'm gonna set fires in every forest I go to. And that's right, if you see Smokey the Bear, he's a narc. Don't listen to a word he says.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Like, doesn't seem like it's my job, Smokey.
And also, cigarettes are cool, so you can smoke those. And that seems like it would also be like, imagine a children's cartoon that ends with just like all the characters lighting up and being like, we've earned this.
This is my good friend Joe Camel.
Joe Camel and his cool gang of diverse kids who come together and smoke cigarettes.
Were you being pushed out of that? Why were you sliding back up so much?
There is like some current physics here.
Okay.
Or something. But also this all feels like a dead end. This all feels like an extended dead end because I can't figure out where they want me to actually go in here. Killed the shit out of that little aquatic creature.
Wait, Link's saying, hey, remember that time Captain Planet told kids to ask the prince to not have more kids to prevent overpopulation? Like, that's believable, because I remember the one time the one thing I specifically remember from when I watched Captain Planet that I didn't see in, like, any clip shows online later, which is a little surprising, is, like, when a kid gets lost in the city and he bumps into a guy with, like, glowing green eyes and, like, drug addict.
Oh
Like,
no, do we
runs
go
away
left or
from
right
them?
here? They made a checkpoint, but I can't tell where in the underwater caves this is, so I don't know whether I need to go left or right. Because at a certain point we need to go left, at a certain point we need to go right.
Well, I guess you're gonna.
I'm rolling the dice. I'm flipping the coin.
This actually is accurate to what happens if you get lost underwater. You know, you lose your sense of direction.
360 degrees.
Link says that's real. Okay, yeah, I mean, I believe it. It's Captain Planet.
He's a hero. Gonna bring pollution down to zero. He failed in his mission, ultimately.
Well, the power was ours, you see. That's a big mistake.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Shouldn't have put it in our hands. Left a lot up to chance there. So yeah, this game is supposed to be environmentally messaged. That's how we got off on this tangent. Well, I could get hurt.
Oh.
But I didn't get... Oh, wait, no, that's... The energy tank is for power-ups, not for health. I forgot Mega Man iconography.
That's for health later. But usually is.
Is it? Oh, is it like an item you can use? Like, is it like an E-tank? Oh, yeah, you're totally right. So if I lose my health, it'll restore my health. Or something like that, right?
Yeah, we have to use it manually in the older games, I'm pretty sure. There you go. Can you select it or
yeah,
press E on that?
I pressed E and it worked.
There we go. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
I don't know if I'm going to play every stage in this one. I don't know if I'm going to sample every stage because surprisingly survivable in this one. Well, I gotta get that. Oh, geez, look at all this pollution. You know, I'm actually sold. I think pollution is bad now. Dumping toxic waste in, like, full canisters into the ocean is not cool. It's not lit, as the kids would say.
Nestling it into tiny little crevices.
So we need to get those, like, soda rings, like those rings that come on the packs of soda. We need to actually use those to fish for the toxic waste canisters down below.
Yeah, and I mean, if you accidentally drop it and it leaves your hand, no big deal. That means another kid can find it and use it later.
Yeah, it's recycling, as I've been led to understand it.
Yeah, hence the infamous recycling island out in the ocean.
Yeah, it's a monument to recycling. Oh, I think we made it to a boss!
Oh,
it took a whole game, but we made it to one of the bosses in one of these Mega Man DOS games. And oh boy howdy, he is an intimidating foe. The toughest enemy we've faced so far.
It's very funny that they designed a level that's just like a absolute gauntlet, and then you get to the boss, like the thing that's supposed to be the most difficult, like capstone of love, and like I don't know.
Oh, he had an attack! He actually had an attack!
Whoa!
Not that it matters, because I can just stand still and kill him at this point. Mega Man! Oh, sorry, I should do this Mega Man 8 voice. Mega Man, you have defeated Shockman. You can install Shark Boomerang arm attachment as a new arm weapon system. That's my Mega Man 8 Dr. Wowie impression.
Right.
I do what I can. I'm the woman of 1,000 voices, they call me. Alright, I want to see Bitman. I want to see what this power-up looks like, what Sharkman's attack looks like. And then we will move on to the next game. Because we got a couple more bangers here. Like, I don't always say this. Most of our streams suck ass and we play, are just unwatchable. But we got a couple bangers lined up for this one. It's a shitty little boomerang.
But how powerful is it? That guy's got a gun.
Well, it doesn't want to kill this guy, so it's effectively useless to me.
I think that's not even a robot. That's a man you killed right there.
Now, this looks like a more traditional, like, Mega Man type stage. We're not swimming the entire stage. Some platforming to be done here. I think I'm going to switch back to my regular blaster.
Plasma gun, yeah.
Is that what the P is for?
Pretty sure the P's for plasma.
I fell through the floor when he hit me. Interesting. Did I charge my attack? If I hold space, he keeps his arm out.
Well, I mean, it'd be accurate if you couldn't charge in 1 through 3, so...
Yeah. So you can't charge in 1 through this one here.
Dr. Cossack had... Oh, no, that's the upgraded Mega Buster. That's, he gets the regular Mega Buster from Dr. Light, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It stands for Puster, says Tater to your rail.
Oh no.
I'd solve the shit out of that puzzle. I'll take that extra life if you don't mind.
Oh wow, I like that was like close to the original Mega Man face, but then they gave him little chubby cheeks.
Oh, adorable. I want to pinch him.
Well, that's the start of the level.
Is this the start of the level?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, fuck this, then. If they loop me back around, then
well,
the hell with this.
It's a real oil rig, okay? You go to an oil rig, you want to be a linear path of challenges? Obviously not.
That was Mega Man 3, the robots are revolting, and boy, howdy are they revolting. Actually, it wasn't that bad. That seemed almost playable. It almost seemed like a real Mega Man game. Not like a real Mega Man game, but like a reasonable facsimile of a Mega Man game, which is the bar, I would think. It's the best game we've played tonight. So good on you, High Tech Expressions. Good on you, Guy, who represented High Tech Expressions at that moment in time. All right, next game. We recently, just a total tangent here. We recently streamed the entirety of Metal Gear on NES, which is, say, the NES version of Metal Gear. Now, what if I were to tell you that there was a DOS version of Metal Gear that is based not on the MSX version, but on that NES version specifically? I guess you wouldn't have anything to say about it. I guess it would.
Hold on, sorry. My audio cut out for a second. What was it?
I was saying that. Well, fuck it. We have Metal Gear on DOS here, and it's based on the NES version of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Oh, I typed. I meant to type DIR. I typed it into Discord instead of here because I need to see what the executable name is.
No, I understand. Okay, so in this folder is Metal Gear. Okay. Yeah,
this
your choices here are...
The only developer credit on this I have in Launchbox is Konami Industry, but something tells me this was not an internal job. Enhanced graphics adapter. We got a jam. Ooh. We got a bop for a... So, yeah, we're going to clear this whole thing tonight. I'm just going to use my memory of the NES version that this is based off of, and we're going to get there. Also, I should have mentioned that I lowered the audio for the stream for the benefit of everyone at home. Is it too low? Do people want to hear this louder? I think we cracked the copy protection on this. Yeah, sure.
Gee, I misread that. It's just like saying yawn, but with big spaces. Is the joystick attached? Yawn.
Let's see what happens if I press... Yeah. Center joystick. Fire. Alright. Only one man goes in on this one. They didn't have the RAM to do more than one parachute. Alright, so joystick isn't giving me the call button. Let's try enter on... Oh, shift.
Ah.
Let's open up that transceiver.
Oh, it says lowercase letters. That's new.
That is impressive. Find our missing contact, Gray Fox, and try to find the Metal Gear. Use frequency 12085 for all communication with me. Over. So they may have corrected some of the spelling, some of the writing in this, to the game's detriment. All right, let's see if this guy falls asleep.
Rambo?
He had a cup of coffee here before he got here today, so...
I feel normal.
I feel fine! I'm not even going to bother going for the binoculars here. Because they're useless. So far, so good. And that's all it took.
They ate Solid Snake alive.
Left nothing but bones. Brutal. Okay, let's see if we can make it to the base. That's my objective now, is just to make it into the base. So I need to actually go to that truck and get the keycard out of it. I remember that much. Yeah, but I read report that this game is impossible to clear at a certain point. Something goes horribly wrong. Oh, that guy was looking right at me and he didn't see me. So maybe they give you like a little bit of a buffer on these screens where you have a second before you're detected if you come in at an angle, which is actually a good idea. It's like a good little like quality of life thing. I had to press spacebar, so this is not full joystick support. And in here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is good. This is actually where we want to go. And I think there should be rations in one of these. Whoops! We don't want to go this way. So let's get back in the truck we just got out of. Good sound effects in this, too, to accompany all the action happening.
Yeah, you know, I think if Snake was smart, he would just kept going in and out of the trucks and bankrupted Outer Heaven's fuel economy.
Yeah, that's the metagame here. Alright, boss, big boss, we ran out of oil. So, this mission is over. Alright, that's one ration used.
You unequip your cigarettes. Big mistake.
You know, you use those at the end of the game. Having to... You go back and forth between the keyboard and this, and the controller in my hand. I guess it would be like a bit easier if you had like a joystick on your table, like a big old fuck-off joystick, like suction cup to your table. It'd be less of an inconvenience than it is here.
Yeah.
So 2 rations is good enough.
Mother says that's why Big Boss kidnaps Kyo Marv in Metal Gear 2, the oil. That makes sense, actually.
Oh my god! You just can't, like, fight any of these dudes. Stealth is actually important in this, because these dudes rock you in, like, 2 frames. Wait, hold on, I gotta check. Do I have those rations in my inventory? No. I don't have the key card either. Alright, so the goal remains the same. I also know there's, like, bespoke, like, little cutscenes in this version. And by cutscenes, I mean, like, still images that, like, appear on frame with, like, Solid Snake drawn in. Like, interacting with the environment in some way. So I would love to make it to one of those. Get that key card. Alright, enter.
All that says, Moby Game says, Charles Ernst did this port. Yeah,
thank you,
so
Charles.
Port job.
God bless you, Charles. I mean, you tried your damnedest. You tried your little heart out. To all of our collective detriment.
Yeah. Has anyone asked Hideo Kojima what he thinks of the DOS port of Metal Gear 1?
No, that's actually closest to my vision. This is what I envisioned. The graphics, like, pulled right out of my head. Crazy.
Like, it's annoying, like, you know, when fans are like, oh, you know, Kojima doesn't like this part. But, like, I think it's sad the guy that did, like, was in charge of the NES ports also, like, I don't want to talk about it. Hideo Kojima doesn't like it.
Oh, no, shit!
Oh my god, here he goes. He's gonna phase through the truck at this speed. You know, little
The song's a banger. Yep. Flip card 1. And let's hope we can make it to that door. No! Wait, hold on. There we go.
Are those different doors?
Nope, same thing.
Okay.
Alright, now we're cooking with gas here. A little gas mask?
And now we'll be safe from the gas we're cooking with.
Didn't even think about that. I want to make it to an elevator. Can I make it to an elevator? Or will some trap floor inevitably get me? Do you have to hold S to sneak? There's no sneaking in this game. Oh, shit. That top guard wasn't alerted, though. No!
Damn. The thigh bone's on the skeleton, though. That's Solid Snake, alright.
That's it for Metal Gear on DOS, because I can't handle any more of that. Maybe there's a long player, like maybe there's a cheat. Maybe I'll figure out some way to capture those cutscenes in this, because I want to see them. I'm really curious to see if there's any more than the first one that I've seen here, which is the scene where you get arrested in the game. There's like it cuts to a still frame of like Snake painted like completely yellow, looking like a Simpsons character, putting his hands up and looking like ugh, while the guard holds a gun up to him. So I want to see if there's an ending card to that game. There's research, there's science to be done on that front. But we're gonna move along to our next game. This is The Simpsons: Bart versus the Space Mutants. Released 1991 on NES, released 1991 on DOS. So this is very timely. I will have this loaded in a moment. Ocean Software developed this one. I do not believe they developed the original. Is this the Simpsons scene as you remember it?
It's not beep, so I don't think so.
Yeah, I distinctly remember it being produced with nothing but speaker sounds, so... Danny Elfman, he came and personally composed this version of it. Game developed by Arc Developments, game produced by Colin Gordon, software engineering. Okay, so... Imagineering, then? Not Ocean Software, actually? Oh, press J to use joystick. Good, I'm glad I stayed through this. Okay. More credits? Oh my god, what is that note? There's a sustained note that has just been...
Uh-huh. Danny Elfman's vision.
I totally pressed J. Oh, I have to press it again.
Yeah, wow, it was the joystick credits.
Huh?
Gotta aim it towards the center and press of the TV and hit. Sure, that's the center.
Okay. I remember this cutscene on the NES version. It's slightly improved graphics here, actually. Expanded colors and so forth. There's a different note. There's always some sustained note here. Jesus Christ. It's up to jump, by the way. How do I put on my X-ray specs? It's A on the keyboard. Fuck it, I'm using the keyboard then. This doesn't control with joystick. Oh, now I can't use the keyboard for anything except for... Alright, screw it. Let me die, and then I will... Or maybe it's faster to reboot at this point. Oh, really reboot, huh? Alright, keyboard it is.
Eat my short.
The arrow keys aren't doing anything. Q is jump. A is X-ray specs.
Yeah, for X-ray specs.
O and P are left and right. So, hey, people at home, just map your fingers to the keyboard here. And just let me know how that feels to you. Feels good, right? How did that hit me? And why does it send me back to the beginning when I take a single point of damage?
You don't have any health.
Well, I have the Barts on the right.
Yeah, you have 2 lives.
No, but I have 2 lives according to the thing in the bottom center of the HUD. See?
Ah.
And I still have the spray paint. Which, how do I use? Spacebar. Lynx Winter says that QAOP is classic British microcontroller. Yeah, Squidge, I guess, uses that when it's supposed to. Like, if you can, like, hack the game to actually work, I think those are the controls in that, so that parses. I don't know why I hesitated there. Wow, it just sent me right back. I thought I had 2 lives.
Video King saying it's different from the source material. Bart was never like savior of mankind. Springfield was never cosmically important. Shows humorous and this family friendly. Well, I mean, they made the humor more family friendly so they could make the soundtrack more aggressive towards all of mankind.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
It's just the trade they're not willing to make these days, you know?
How funny is it that The Simpsons is still on the air? Like, well past the point of, like, you know, jokes about it being like, this show's still on the air, can you believe it? It survived all that to continue being on the air, and presumably in perpetuity, or until sort of the voice actors start croaking. This is maybe the most aggressive soundtrack I've ever heard in a video game.
Yeah. Well, my mistake was being like, oh, it's not PC Speaker anymore, thank goodness. And then the game's like, oh, you're going to learn to be grateful for PC Speaker soundtracks, young man.
We did not know how good we had it.
And I'm like, I'm 35, but thank you for calling me a young man.
Oh, I got stung by a bee there. And another one, and that sends me back?
Link's is saying if it's like NES, you can run by holding jump, but I don't know if running is going to be a good idea for all of this.
Yeah. Oh, there was a Krusty sign that came out. Couldn't do anything about it. Do I jump over these? Oh, yep, and there's the coins, which I know you need to collect in some capacity, too.
Oh, wow.
Well, it was
like
a death
Wonder
trap.
Boy.
Jeez, Louis. Having jump on the same button as sprint, not a good design decision, because you need to jump and run at the same time, presumably.
Most recent Simpsons episode? None. I haven't watched a full episode of Simpsons in ages. I saw that clip from the one where Lisa just like looks at the camera and complains about cancel culture or whatever. The Apu one. And I just remember thinking like, wow, this is just like badly written for a joke. Like, regardless of what, I mean, obviously if someone was worried about cancel culture, then everything that is funny, but like
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting 11, 12, 13. Oh, no, there is a note. There is still a sustained note. There is always one sustained note going on in the background. This one is just lower than the other one, so I didn't flag it immediately. Look. Quiet. No, there's a different note. It's on different channels.
Yep.
Like it.
Doing a little round robin thing.
I can't believe I in awe of this. Like, it's not even like in the original song. There's no equivalent in the original song that would like make them think like this is a good choice of instrumentation to have like this hold that note.
But the Space Mutants, you see, have you considered that?
You know, I haven't. You're right. Oh my god, like it literally feels like the air cleared up. The second I turned that off, the second I stopped listening to that, like a fog has been lifted. Holy shit. If I was still doing the Bad Game Music Hall of Fame, maybe I'll bring it back just for that, just so people can share in the experience. We do have more games, believe it or not. Got a few more. Next up, we have Jurassic Park. No, I'm sorry. I skipped like 3 entries.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess I spoiled that one. I'm doing these in chronological order. These are supposed to be like in some sort of order of release. So Jurassic Park will come later. For now, we have McDonaldland. Are you familiar with MC Kids? Are you familiar with MC Kids on the NES?
I've seen it, never played it, or actually seen like footage of it. I've just seen screenshots.
Well, this is the conversion of that to European DOS. Because MC Kids, I guess, didn't play there in whatever capacity.
Master of Ceremonies Kids, yeah, probably not.
I'm going to try MC.exe. On the NES version, you'd hear Virgin play as this graphic came up. Or maybe that's a Genesis version.
Johnny Boy, you say? Alan Smithy work on this too?
Is this gonna loop? Can I use joystick for this? Can I... Oh, there we go. Yep, joystick works, and oh, it's cool, it's up to jump.
That's what, I mean, that's where you go when you jump.
That's true enough. I mean, this does look better than the NES version in terms of like this little intro cutscene, for whatever that's worth. They have more pixels to work with, more colors to work with.
These two are just hanging out on a gym mat in their tent.
Ronald was showing off his magic bag at a picnic in the meadow when all of a sudden... Help! Help! The Hamburglar has run off with my magic bag. Please help us to get it back. Can do, Ronald. My life for Ronald. Search the levels of my clubhouse and retrieve at least 4 of my puzzle cards. If you come back to my house with 4 cards, I will show you how to get to Birdie's house.
You want hope or not, you son of a bitch? Ooh, what was that music?
You can say the same thing about any of the music in this, in fairness. Oh, I hate the way this controls. Yeah, so you know how I don't like platformers at all? This is a case study in...
This was one of your first platformers, of course.
Oh my god, the air control, like, you can move left and right, sort of. You can, like, sort of steer it, but, like, it's just how quickly you go up. And the fact that you slide, like, on everything. I don't know how to, like, do any sort of angle jump. At, like, an angle I actually, like, have control over.
It's that McDonald's grease that's in the air.
That's true, it's tangible out here. Cool. I was trying to toss that to the right, but, that wasn't happening.
We at McDonald's don't like snails either.
Now, are these the things that, like, I know part of the gimmick of this game is that you can, like, wrap around, you can, like, go upside down and stuff. And I'm assuming, like, I need to do that to get that card, right? Guess not.
That's one of those puzzle cards, though.
Yeah, so I need that.
Oh no, your McDonald's rings. My arches.
Is there, like, a way to super jump? Doesn't seem like it.
I mean, there has to be a way to jump high, or, like, at least on the spring I saw, there were more McDonald's symbols to get.
Oh, there we go. I need...
Card!
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Okay, you need to be running, so you need to actually, like, have, like, a few seconds of movement to get into the run state, and then that allows you. And now down is jump.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's the direction you go.
Can I go down here? Oh, jeez Louise. Let's go right side up. No. Is that right now? Fuck it, I guess we're upside down then.
Wow.
See, it was worth it because I got those McDonald's symbols.
How will you kill this creature?
I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna fucking try. Okay, thank God. No. Good enough. No! No! I'm pressing every button. There's nothing you can do to stop that once it starts.
So what do you think they were thinking when they implemented that?
Fuck them kids. It's in the words of Michael Jordan, it's...
How about you McDonald's? Oh, okay, that just... sure. What?
I can't move anymore.
You did it!
Oh, I guess I got the card in the stage, and... there's our friend. Guess we'll go to stage 2. Well, you know, I'm gonna kill this guy. I learned nothing from Mega Man 3. I'm anti-environment now.
That's how I felt after I saw too much bad media where the point was revenge is bad in a row. Too much. It was solely actually the work of the Dragon's Dogma anime. That just made me pro-revenge now.
Revenge is cool, actually. Revenge might be alright. A dish best served cold. I love cold food sometimes. You know, in the summer, it really feels a...
Ever had Bon chicken? It's got a nice stinging sensation. Very good.
Oh, I have, actually. Now you mention it. Hey, what are they using that for that? Because it's not just like traditional spices. There's just something they use in it specifically.
Oh, God. Wow, of all times, like, this never happens, but now all of a sudden, like, I remember what it looks like. I remember what the spice looks like, but I don't remember its name. Even though any other time you show me spices, I'm like, I don't know, it's leaves.
This is all on you. You invoke the name of it, so it's... Cool.
Bon chicken.
So I can't go back up, can I? Oh, no, I can. By doing that. Okay, cool. Oops, that was all 4 of my health.
That's a Sichuan pepper.
Szechuan, okay, yeah, that part.
Yeah, peppercorn. Sichuan peppercorn.
Hey, I got a funny joke for you. Hey, I want my Szechuan sauce, Morty. Haha, Rick and Morty.
Wow. I mean, why do you even need me here?
Yeah, I know, with riffs like that, it's...
Yeah, I mean, it's also relevant to the game at hand. I mean, perfect.
Oh, yeah, it's a double... I totally forgot that this session... I'm a comedian and I don't even know it. We are not going to get up there. We're not going to get that card.
You need it.
I cannot begin to stress how bad it gets control. Remember the spring in Super Mario Bros. Special? This is for the audience, mostly. That was somehow worse than that, just getting onto it. Impressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the classic cover, you know? It's just like, if you make the levels, like, low stakes enough, then you don't need to make the mechanics good.
Oh, no, I did not mean to jump out of the boat. I was trying to jump up to that, but because it's up on the analog stick and/or joystick, I had a slight angle to it, and that caused me to just jump immediately from the raft that was keeping me alive. So all in all, really good control. Developers, please keep putting up on jump. It will not steer you wrong. This music is also kind of insufferable, isn't it?
You know? No sustained notes, so...
It's better.
I'm not taking damage. Just not happy.
What the fuck, game? Hey, game! Hey, what was that? That was supposed to, like... Okay, so even if I didn't fill in that block like I expected it to, why'd I fall through the boat, game? What was the deal with that? I assumed I could jump out and then back in.
I'm starting to have some doubts about this technology of a bucket with a tiny propeller on it as being like a safe way to cross the water.
One more time!
Link says, hey, Ron Burger Clown, maybe don't ask kids to go to where piranhas live? But his magic bag was stolen!
I mean, shit, who else is gonna get that back if not for these kids?
The Hamburglar stole it, which, so I assume his magic bag has burgers in it, and that's why it's magic. I mean,
Burgers
that's
are
what
magic,
the Hamburglar
if you ask
steal.
me.
That's just what the Hamburglar steals. It would be very weird if it didn't have hamburgers in it.
Yeah!
Does this have 2 players, or do you just like have a friend that's in the end of the level?
There is a 2-player. I don't know if it's alternating or simultaneous. I can't imagine it being simultaneous. Now that I say it out loud, there's no way it's simultaneous.
Yeah, I also like on the world map how your character has like a Rob Liefeld Captain America chest. Absolute barrel of a man.
You know, every level has had a unique song, for whatever that's worth. Okay, let's maybe getting rid of the block. Maybe that'll somehow make the no. When I'm pressing up to jump, and it's not working at all. Okay, there we go.
That's just a chicken. What the fuck?
And now it's going to be nuggets. It's going to be tasty, delicious nuggets. This is just like a trap, right? There's no way there's anything below here.
Wow.
I had to know.
Oh.
Oh, I guess I ran out of lives. What a shame. Let's see where it starts us off from. Alright. Not promising. Bad sign.
Hamburglar.
Yeah, that parses. Can I skip stages? Nope, that's it. That's it for McDonaldland. It's, How many more games did I line up for this? 3? Wow, that was optimistic of me.
McDonald's says they love to see you smile. And yes.
Oh boy. So, next game, Imagineering developed by, so did they do the last game we just played? Or no, they did the, what damn game did they make? Oh, the Simpsons game. So now we're returning to them and High Tech Expressions as a publisher. This is Barbie on DOS. NES game released 1991, DOS game released 1992. So they need a little extra time in the oven to get this one up and functional. Folk don't like the NES Barbie. They call it one of those shitty games. I think it's fine for what it is.
Ken so gay. I just realized that sounds like I'm saying Ken so gay, which is also another popular Barbie joke.
Yes, that's true. We loaded a load screen. Barbie! Should have played this when the Barbie movie came out. If I was really like capitalizing on like popularity of like franchises and brands and stuff, that would have been a no-brainer.
And then like Missile Command, I guess.
Wow, what a great book. Her eyes are completely bloodshot reading this. I love reading about mermaids, but yawn.
I misread this. I love reading about memorials. I'm like, wow, that's great, Barbie.
Oh my god, her eyes are black now, like a doll's eyes. And she's blinking, so it's not like her eyes closed.
You do need your rest. That's true.
Having lunch at the soda shop. Going swimming at the beach.
No
Meeting
breakfast.
Ken at the party. What else, Barbie? But yawn.
Not doing anything in the morning?
First, I have to go to the mall and pick up that new outfit.
So that she can go to lunch at the soda shop.
She wears a new outfit every day. It's tough being Barbie. We appreciate her for it. Alright, they did not give me a choice of joystick or keyboard out the gates. So...
This come packaged with like the Barbie girls controller or something.
God, that would be... There had to be a Barbie joystick for controller for PCs, for micros in Britain or here. Alright, not a joystick game.
Sports.
Alright, Z to toss. Is it going to be J to jump? So space to select. Shift to jump. So Z space... Shift and arrow keys. Got all that? Has you ever played this game on DOS or wherever else before? Or on NES, I should say.
I can't say I have.
The thing is, you toss these power-ups, and little creatures will do your bidding.
I see. Oh, dog likes diamonds, of course.
Diamonds are a dog's best friend. That's what they always say.
Oh, hey, D-Max here. Girl Games Alert. That's right.
Doesn't get any more girl game than this.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Got a little cinematic platformer walk here.
Alright, so... Bird doesn't like love. I guess it's gonna like diamonds. Yep, sure enough.
That's what all animals like.
The jump button was delayed.
I'll be honest. I thought that the stack of crates was just like a glass panel door.
The scrolling in this is worse than in some games we've played previously tonight, despite coming
Yeah,
out
wow.
later than all the games that we've played so far. I think the NES game also had music. That was a bridge too far for this one. Great! Well, I take back. I was going to start complaining about this, but it's great, actually. I will play through this on NES, so I vaguely know what I'm doing. But this is running at about, like, half the frame rate. And that NES game already ran, like, pretty slow. Like, everything already felt like it was in slow motion in that NES game. So this is really, like, multiplying that effect. Right, diamond. Little to the left.
I love you.
Usually you just stand here, I think. But I'll try this. I'll try jumping on instead. No.
Oh wow, that's
Moon physics. Okay, I really gotta time this.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Is that to get back up later? Do you just keep going?
No, you have to ride it to get down there.
Oh, you guys stand. Oh, there we go.
Why did
of
that
course.
work and not the other ones? And now I also need to get back up on it, but
Yeah. Well, you see, your mistake is that the time you landed was actually completely the same as the other times you didn't land. So you should
that's
keep
my
that in
fuck
mind
up
for the
then.
next
Yeah.
time.
Oops.
Wow,
Alright.
Barbie beat Prince of Persia to the punch by over a decade. Actually, wait, when did this come out?
1992. 91 on NES. I think Prince of Persia
over a
predates
decade.
that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but him narrating that's not how that happened. Was
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
2003. All right, it came out on my birthday.
I'm just gonna rush this because I know this is a gauntlet. And this is the boss of the stage. And the way to beat the boss is to make this cat do all the work for us. This is really missing something without music. And also, I'm confusing myself on the coast. Like, I keep trying to press space to jump, but instead I just keep, not jumping, but instead going through the inventory.
Wow, this cat wants so many gems.
Keep. And now I'm
Do you
mistaken the
understand?
Great. Tim Rod says, I haven't seen the Barbie movie. Is this what it's like? Is it just Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling moving around at single-digit FPS? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they animated them in CG, and this is about the frame rate it runs at. I really like that Barbie movie. I thought it was great.
I believe Simu Liu plays the role of high frame rate Ken.
I keep pressing the wrong buttons. That's no one's fault but mine, I guess. I mean, I know the controls. I spoke them aloud.
Yeah, you're getting too boy pilled playing all those boy games.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Boys like long sustained notes and PC speaker beat music.
Yeah, the way God intended. Alright, so the dog got rid of one of these things, whatever they may be.
Is that a shoot? It's like a...
That's a little more decodable. These are ghosts, clearly. They're being haunted.
The Spectre of Breast Shake Strong.
Nothing I can do to dismiss these or get them to move out the way. Don't have a traditional attack, as it were.
Yeah, well, she's not Spirit Detective Barbie. Oh wow, a whole lady. Well, I mean, not for long.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Alright, so the diamonds are working to... I can't remember if any of the other items are useful at all at this point.
Why is
Wait,
there
how did I
always
get to that
stuff at
side?
the
I want
end?
those items.
Yeah, there's always stuff at the end of these stages on the other side.
Does it just wrap around? Like, are we going to load onto the... No! Hey, what do you know? I cleared the level, though. Probably more than most folk were expecting.
The level.
You know, for what it's worth, this is probably the most playable game tonight. Even if I'm getting confused with the controls, this is still, like...
Yeah.
It has, like, reasonable expectations of what DOS can do. It has reasonable expectations of what a player can achieve within DOS using a keyboard. And it's just my dumb fault. You see, she has different outfits every stage, by the way.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Which, you know, also present in the NES version. But, you know, it's a nice touch. It is true to the Barbie experience. I think the water hurts. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
That's a pun, Barbie. Good pun. Wait, can I climb up this?
What? Why is it?
Well, I lost my last health. I lost my last bit of health, so we're going to get taken to the continue screen at this point. Should I go back to sleep or should I wake up? Red pill or blue pill?
That's how you choose the ending in Bloodborne, yeah.
I'm going to go back to sleep. Let's keep going with this one, right? Why not? This has been a breath of fresh air tonight, so... You know, I'm never down. I've never been one to get down on games like Barbie or, like, you know...
Yeah.
Like, whatever pony games where you rear horses or whatever. I know there's, like, a blog dedicated to just reviewing horse games. But that's pretty good. I think these games needed to exist at a moment in time. They were necessary, like, in the industry understanding that there was value to marketing outside of just, like you said, boy pilling consumers. Yeah. You know, it's you know, are these necessarily the best games? No, I mean, but somehow this has still been one of the best games tonight. So there's clearly something to them. It's functional.
I mean, yeah, based on, you know, previous games, like...
This scrolling is the worst, though. What's happening here is... there's no two ways about it. This is rough.
Yeah.
This is too much stuff on screen. I would have gotten rid of the background tiles entirely for this one, because the game cannot keep up. I am merciful to give me an invincibility, though.
Yeah, but do you think more girls beat games like this then as a result that guys beat the other types of games we played earlier?
No, I think the guys would have given up on those games just the same as any other human being.
So, you know, I think, yeah, maybe more girls actually beat games, statistically speaking, just based on marketing. So it's kind of weird that the numbers went the other way, ultimately.
Canadian Gator saying kids don't deserve slop. Yeah, that's a very important note, that kids deserve... good games. I'm a big proponent of that, and I'm also a big proponent of, like, when on my day job where I work with kids a lot, and I interface with the parents a lot, and they always complain, like, you know, like, they play these video games, and I'm like, yeah, they probably play too much, but, like, you know, video games as a whole aren't bad. There are good video games. There's qualities you can learn. That there are lessons in hand-eye coordination, things you can develop. Sense of community, like, the primary thing I think kids come to games for these days, and is, like, arguably, like, the most useful thing to get out of it.
Yeah, my first indication, actually, my parents that I was good at reading was that I got in trouble, and of course my mom threatened to sell my copy of Sonic 1, but I said, but it says on here not for resale.
There you go. You got her. You intellectually checkmated her. It's...
Yeah, so I probably got grounded as a result. But, you know, that's the classic parent counterattack to anything your child does.
Oh, well. That might be as far as we make it in this stage. Oh, you can keep jumping. It looks like you can keep jumping when you die.
Oh, yeah, you ascend to heaven. You just keep jumping.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what, Barbie? Wake up.
Is it time to wake up?
What a strange dream.
Is this actually just like Barbie's thoughts that trouble her at night and then she wakes up?
Maybe I'll dream it again tomorrow when I do the same exact things I was planning on doing today.
You seem a little distant, Barbie. I'm just thinking about platforming.
Yeah, I think about getting Diamonds the Cats to do my bidding. I'm wondering if it's going to load back to the title screen or if it's going to get exit to DOS immediately.
Maybe an alternate ending.
And it's a title screen. That's alright, that's Barbie. That was surprisingly solid, all things told. You know, comparatively. Alright, so you're never going to guess the next game. You ever heard of Jurassic Park? It's So this is Jurassic Park, released 1993 on NES, released 1993 on DOS. Part and Parcel is another Ocean Software. So, so this
Sorry,
is the
that's another
top-down.
advert game, folks. You know,
Yeah.
like, just don't go to Jurassic Park, okay? We don't want to encourage you to actually go there.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by them. Once they start giving us some money, then we can, talk terms here. But so I think this is the top-down Jurassic Park game, the top-down shooter one. So this might be an improvement over the NES version, potentially. It could look better, maybe sound better. Remains to be seen, but it's building some ambiance. I wanted to hear if this was the Jurassic Park theme. I'm not sure if it is.
No. Sounds like film noir.
It was a night like any other. I was mowing down raptors.
3D Raptors, man, imagine getting me credit with 3D Raptors as your role on a game.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. This has first-person shooter sequences in it.
Yeah. God.
I say that because I know we're not
going
to get it. I know we're not going to get to any of those, but I wanted to say that.
Imagine as a kid seeing that's a job you can have, and then like growing up and like it was only like for one game that 3D Raptors was a job.
I was assured that 3D Raptors was the essential credit in like any game. It's like, well, the first build in this. I want to see if they cut to the Tyrannosaurus Rex staring us down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in the intro. Or maybe it's a cutscene. Who knows?
Happened as soon as the Sega logo on the Genesis one.
Oh, there's an audio sample that played there. We had a Welcome to Jurassic Park line. I just barely heard it. Alright, it's just gonna loop. Okay. Alright, okay. Start game or enter password. Oh, there's even a version number for this. Interesting.
Wow. Video Game King says the first line of work to go after the recession was the 3D Raptors.
Nothing I'm pressing is doing anything.
That's not good. Does it recognize your joystick already?
None of the joystick buttons are working either. Not even like hitting like confirm to try and.
Oh. It's a nice ambiance.
Oh.
Though.
I didn't have the window focused.
Oh.
Never mind. I forgot that DOS box doesn't have background input. Whoopsies.
Mm-hmm. Your mouse is being captured for the stream, right?
No, it is not.
Okay. It just vanished from me, too. Right.
Yeah, I moved it out of the way.
Good.
Alright, so this immediately looks better than the NES version, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, having more colors.
Looks like an Amiga game.
There might be an Amiga version of this.
I mean, this looks like the Lost World game on SNES, actually.
That game sucks, by the way. That game has always blown. The Genesis version blows just the same. Just this horrible, meandering, nonsense platformer games.
So it's accurate to the Lost World? Or?
Yeah, I suppose so, huh? I guess that's... Are there diagonals at all?
Oh.
No, it looks like 4 degrees of movement, like 4 directions. It's cardinal directions. So I just gotta go up and right, and up and right, and up and right, and up and right, and up and right. And up and left, and up and left, and up and left, up left, up left. Very cool. Wait, did we come around a full circle here? Oh, I need to go up here, of course.
Why are there evil flowers also? They drew all those dinosaurs already.
Because you gotta have enemies in a video game.
There are dinosaurs.
We gotta have enemies in a video game. How do I interact with this? Certainly not the joystick button. Enter. Can I navigate this with... No, this is absolutely going to be numpad. Absolutely going to be numpad. Tim and Lex are lost in the park. They must be found and brought back to the visitor center. Can do, presumably. Not that we will, but... Paddock information. Dinosaurs map. Expected dinosaur population. Tyrannosaurus adult, 1. Dinosaurs identified, 0. Tyrannosaurus. 7. Comsaknathis. Or not 7, a question mark. So who's to say? Takes you back to the main menu every time. This is worse than DOS.
I mean, have you seen the movie? This is a Unix system.
Oh, yes, of course. The Unix version of this game is to die for. It's cutting edge. Alright, so A, B, C, D. Great. Oh, map key. Motion sensor, bunker. I'm assuming we're at the motion sensor. There's a drainage system, there's a gate. Let's take a look at that map one more time. And there's a big dinosaur in the center, I guess. Presumably. So watch out for that. And then finally, padlock systems, bunker door lock. Unlocked. And
Okay.
we'll go back into that menu again. Let's get the fence gate. This gate cannot be unlocked remotely. A security keycard will be required. Okay. You got all that?
Okay, you unlocked. What's the first thing you unlocked?
A bunker.
Okay, bunker. At first, I'm like, wait, so then you unlocked the Tyrannosaur paddock, but not a fence? But okay, that makes more sense. I mean, you know, security for Jurassic Park infamously pretty poor.
No, since when? I thought it was a safe place to take my kids. Kids love dinosaurs so damn much.
The thing is that the mistake is that they didn't realize you can have complete control of dinosaurs, actually. Like, you can do that. And they just weren't very good at it, was their problem.
The not being able to do stuff diagonally is killing me. Having to fucking rock the controller back and forth, or rock the stick. Not being able to aim in that direction.
You really can't. There's not like
I think
a
you
weird
can do it on
button.
the NES version. I think you can straight up do it on the... I wonder if... Arrow keys. I can totally go diagonal with the arrow keys! And now it works on the joystick sometimes. Ugh. Not all the time, still, but...
Well, there you go, actually. True to
the
themes of not being able to have complete control. They've got it all.
Going to the arrow keys. The bunker was around here somewhere, right? Presumably.
I've already lost track of where we are.
Yeah, that's the thing about these sorts of games. These where the fuck do you go kind of games, as AVGN so eloquently put it back in the day. Give me a compass. I'm stupid. Give me the waypoint. I know people complain about, like, you know, being handheld in games and this being like, you know, you're looking at your compass instead of at the screen. Yeah, but the alternative is this. Give me the compass. Just give me the waypoint markers.
Yeah, I remember when GPS like became more readily available. People were like, no one ever figures out how to get around anymore. I'm like, I couldn't do that as a kid. Instead of GPS, I would just get lost for hours, and then my parents would almost call the police and file a missing persons report because I was so lost.
Preferable. You gotta learn School of Hard Knocks. That's where I took all my lessons from. The taser seems better than the gun, because it's a continuous stream that I can just kind of hold down and... I know I need to go to that stupid bunker. I vaguely remember things.
Yeah. What's the Okay, so that thing in the upper right's your health then, the DNA container or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we come back around. So where are we then? Like, the thing that thing didn't tell me. Like, I assumed it was the dinosaur sensor was that tower there, but I'm thinking now that might be wrong. There was no, like, you are here.
What else could it have been? What are the other things even marked? I mean, it wasn't a bunker. It wasn't a fence.
Can I jump down here to get that health?
Oh, here we go.
This is the sewer grate. So I know we've overshot. I now know that we've overshot the bunker. That we are too far right.
There we go. There's the fence.
I can't go through these. This is solid Oz scenery here. Imagine this looks better than the NES version from what I remember, but I imagine the NES version is probably better about like what's scenery, what's not. Because like when you're forced to limit it, You have to be more clear with what you're doing, with what objects are and what is passable, what is solid, what is ground, what is so on and so forth.
Oh, what was that?
I think it's our gun.
Oh.
Because we have a bullet now in the bottom right corner.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
It's, because I'm about to put that bullet in my brain if we have to keep playing this for much longer. This is, insufferable. But yeah, see, it switches our weapon. When you pick that up, the bullet, it's actually we shoot bullets, the bullet drains.
Yeah.
So instead of giving us an ammo count, they give us a icon. Like, it's a meter, I guess. The same as our health.
That's how many ounces of bullets you have left. Oh, there's the perimeter.
This is so fucking boring. It's... This feels like stream poison, this game.
Oh. I don't know, is there a violent death animation? Maybe?
I'll let myself get gored by a dinosaur at some point.
Or can you ram into the fence?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
no.
Come on!
Boo! Let me electrocute myself. You can do it in Trespasser. Better game.
Movie?
Yes, it is like an integral scene in the movie. It is like a set-piece moment in the film.
I'm surprised that a game this old is adhering to the Red Cross thing by just having X's on the health kits.
Yeah, I guess that's... I wonder if that's
Was
deliberate.
that actually even in place at the time?
Who's to say? 92, 93. Okay. That was the bunker. I wonder if that's how we get into the sewers. I wonder if we use that to disable the hatch on it. And now we get to go all the way back.
Also, wow, man, Jurassic Park is incredibly survivable.
Yeah, all you need is like a gun. Someone should have told Grant and the other characters in that film, whoever Laura Dern's character is.
Sattler.
You would know better more than I would.
Yeah.
Like, I've had kids who have been obsessed with Jurassic Park and dinosaurs in general, but like I had one who was like very into the Jurassic Park movies, and they would always tell me like details, and they'd played all the Jurassic Park games, and like I'm sorry that all that shit. I hope they're not listening to this right now. I'm not going to name them either, but you know who you are if you're listening, and I'm sorry. I could not actually absorb any of the Jurassic Park lore you dropped on me. I tried at first. I had to give up on it after a while. I do not remember the name of the dinosaurs you showed me. I do not remember their species names. I'm so sorry.
That's not Jurassic Park lore. But...
That's just dinosaur lore in general. Fair. But
yeah, I mean, also, the Jurassic Park, it's a movie I like a lot, and it was my brother's favorite movie. Absolute favorite movie. So we watched a lot of times. It's fun to watch. One of his birthday get-togethers, like, it was some time ago, but it's still, like, you know, it's barely pre-pandemic. One of his friends' girlfriends had never seen it before, so that was really entertaining to watch. She was actually, like,
a rare first time.
Really getting tensed up by some of those scenes. Like, yeah, it's still good. Fuck that. You about Jurassic Park? Good movie. Like, that's my opinion. It's a good movie. That's why I like it. It's not the extensive lore. Yeah. Unlike most mecha anime, this one's about the people.
I want to get back to the taser here. I want to make it to that damn sewer. I wasn't invested in this game at all, but I realized that the sewer might be a first-person level. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Now watch me be completely fucking wrong. Watch it the tools not open up the sewer at all.
Oh.
I put two and two together. I'm a clever girl. That's another Jurassic Park reference, by the way. Okay.
Video Game King saying, I just remembered something. Donkey Kong 64 speedruns. It's more efficient to use the D-pad for the minigame over the analog stick, as the D-pad processes up and left as two separate inputs, whereas analog only processes up or left. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Jurassic Park's doing the same thing. I think it's just a bad joystick implementation.
All right, there's the key
case.
card.
So now
Sewer
you can
level,
go
by the
back
way.
to the panel and set up the to disable the fence.
I think it's that needs is use it on the fence itself, so I don't think we need to go all the way back to that panel,
okay.
mercifully. That's it. I'm curious if there's anything down here. You know, let's not explore the sewers. Call me... I know that sewers are usually the most enjoyable parts of video games, are usually like the coolest parts that everyone loves to play. But I'm gonna get out of the sewer, actually, and go back topside.
I think, like, what's a good sewer level that sticks in your mind?
Fucking none.
I guess Deus Ex, you're like barely in the sewers for that much time at all.
You know what's really funny? What's really cool and never gets old? When boomer shooters or like retro shooters or any sort of shooter really references like, oh, a sewer, I hate sewer levels, then proceeds to have a 20-minute sewer level. It's really cool and good to do that, and definitely not like a grating when you wink nod at the audience and then proceed to do the thing you're making fun of. But make them actually like suffer through it.
Yeah, well, the thing you have to understand is they actually all came up with that joke specifically simultaneously, so they never saw anyone make the joke before.
I got gored.
That's it? No.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if there's lives.
Yeah.
I was trying to get out of the sewers, but I got lost at a certain point.
I'm sorry, the JP logo is actually what the blood draining out of your body looks like.
Okay, mercifully. I mean, I don't want to really keep playing this. I just want to see if I can maybe accidentally get to a first-person shooter sequence. Let's assume that this keycard is all I need. And this is where we came from. I was making the mistake going right before. I think it's just... It's Goggalore says, RE4 has a good sewer level with the Novista doors. So good they didn't bother putting it in RE4 Make. You're not wrong. It's a fine sequence. Maybe that's in the Ada expansion. Maybe they did put that in the Ada section. I heard that everything that didn't make it into the game proper got put back into Assignment Ada. So maybe it's there. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that RE4 Make sucked. I mean, it was fine. It was playable. And then I played a little bit of Assignment Ada because people I trust told me, like, oh, it's good. Like, it fixes all the mistakes. And I played, like, an hour of that, and it was miserable. What is that icon? Why am I...
A door. That's weird that people said that, because I like Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I'm like, oh, this is more of that, instead of, like, at the same quality that I liked before.
Well, that grappling hook stuff sucked. I thought the grappling hook mechanics were awful. So I can't use the key card on this door. It's just going to keep blinking this kid's face. That's Jurassic Park. I swear to God there are first-person sequences in that game somewhere, but I'm not going to be the one to get there. Oh. We're nearing the end of this, Sid. Give me 1 second, actually.
Got another brand coming up next. That's a bit of political humor.
Okay, there we go. All right. So this is the last one I had, the last of the essential ones. The ones that I felt like really warranted showing off on the stream. I have a few more extras that don't really count, that don't really fit the criteria, but I might show off anyway just to get us to 3 hours. But this game here is my showstopper. Color Dreams, known as the unlicensed NES developer, and they're rebranding as Wisdom Tree, known for games like Super 3D Noah's Ark, Joshua and the whatever, like all those kind of games. You know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People may remember they had an NES game called Spiritual Warfare, which was just an unabashed Zelda clone, just like straight up, like you go into caves and talk to people inside of caves and stuff. And that's pretty egregious to put that out on the NES. So they decided to bring it to DOS a year later. Released 1992 on NES, released 1993 on DOS. This is Spiritual Warfare. There's actually a couple other Wisdom Tree NES to DOS games. They brought a couple other ones over, but this is the one that is funniest to me because it is a Zelda game. It is a Zelda clone for the NES that got brought to DOS. And there's something striking about that to me. Also, I am worried. See? Huh.
Uh-oh.
Give me 2 seconds. I had to go into my DOSBox configuration file, and yep, sure enough. It was not pointed at the right location. Let's sort that out. Link's Winter says, oh, the files aren't the only thing getting saved tonight. Here we go, and let's get you streamed out, and move that window somewhere I can... Well, we should look at the controls. Nope, I overshot it. Oh my god. You hold the button down for like a millisecond, and it goes... No, it's not you. You don't hold it down. If you tap it, it goes flying. You have to hold it. I am... No, not... Escape. Controls.
I'll repeat. Right, here we go.
Joystick. Okay. Completely centered. Joystick 2. Why would there be a second... Is there 2-player for this?
Alright, fire up Parsec.
Mercifully, I can control... Wait, I can't back out of stuff on this... Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I'm getting confused by the controls. I'm using the joystick now. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want a quick game. I wanted... No, I said new game. Square. Oh, boy. I don't think this one is correct. I think there's actually a file for this one I need to consult.
Oh, okay. Logo's a great design for like a pack of cards.
Passwords. What does it say on screen? Row 9, column 8?
Yep.
EW or TDWX? There we go. Success.
Alright, let's rock. Alright, so which biblical figure are we? I'm not Christian, I don't know Bible stuff.
I don't think you're actually, like, a character from biblical history in this one. I think this is a modern day.
Oh.
You found the pear. It is your first fruit of the spirit. Use the spacebar or joystick button 1 to throw it. Or that ain't happening. Oh, the low... I pressed up by accident.
Oh, no.
This room is empty. Down. There we go. So, Zelda.
Oh, wow. These people are all addicted to drugs, I guess, and crime.
I'm saving them. Especially this guy who's running like wild. Oh, Jesus!
What the fuck?
Devil came out of them. It's Gogglers. I think we're biblical figure Hank Hill. I'm gonna take it to the Lord, I tell you what.
Link's Winner says, kids, I know you all love to type things in WordPerfect, but do you know who else's word was perfect? That's right, it's the Lord.
Well, I can't go this way. Oh, wait, hold on. I had a special item.
Of course, the
urn. I got 7 more of those.
They're vials.
So this is interesting. Like, using the bombs to clear away stuff, but Oh.
Oh, hey.
Question 1. Answer in urn S. Jesus said that God's word is...
lightning. What if you said the wrong answer?
Well, I'm sure we'll find out. Oh, here we go. There's multiple questions in a row. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I unfortunately know this one.
Yeah, I know that one also because other people say this stuff all the time because Christianity's like a big fandom.
Yeah, fandom is a really good word for it.
I'm
sorry, is that too edgy? Did we offend you, religious folk? I don't mean to be like that when I say these sorts of things. But.
I can't claim full credit for that joke. To take on the joke my friend Devious Vacuum said about the film Van Helsing. recently. Which I did just call a film. It's a film.
It's
not just a movie.
If we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves. True. How many questions are there?
Is this the rest of the game?
I know Super 3D Noah's Ark have these quiz sections that you could do to get like extra health and stuff, but God desires that no one be saved and come to the knowledge of the truth. That all men are good people. Let's say all men. Look at his little bow tie spinning. What a dweeb. Alright, 5 questions.
Lynx wants that guy's face as a Twitch emote.
I could do that. I can arrange that.
Who are these people?
The sinners, heathens.
Oh, like elves?
I will say, subscribe to the Bad Game Hall of Fame on Twitch, and I will make that emote if I remember to do it. If I remember and it's not hard to do, I will do it. And I will give that as a emote in this server. Not this server, in this... Well, we do have the Discord server, and I guess it does become... Twitch emotes apparently become emotes on the server, so when I have emotes on Twitch that also exist on emotes on the Discord server already, they like kind of double up in a weird way, which I'm not super thrilled about. You need a ticket to ride the train, so there's a train in this.
Silence, heathen.
Oh, can you also type !Discord in the chat, just to link to the Discord in case anyone is curious about joining. That is where we
no problem.
Do the bulk of our hanging out these days. That was not the most well-placed bomb on my part. It is good that I can just blow away whatever scenery's in the way, though, at any moment in time. To a point. I can't get that heart container.
This too can be your power if you follow the Lord.
Turn vases into bombs. I think Jesus.
Tired of trees?
Enemies don't respawn in this.
That is wild, actually. Well, they're saved.
Yeah. They're not gonna they'll never revert back to sin after this. Oh, that is straight up warp me across the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be hooping?
Basketball.
Oh, I still want to get in there. Please let me in there.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, if you need clues on what to do next, go to the church in the housing area. It's east of downtown. I'm gonna block you. Oh, no, he's just gonna get in the way. Well, here, I have a vase.
Why were you trapped in here?
It's the hoop dimension.
What ironic punishment. Wow, so much crime over here.
I've got the solution.
Is that guy like a turbo loiterer or something?
These guys are coming at me with straight up knives and stuff. I don't know what they're coming... Oh, alcohol bottles. I would assume. Oh. Continue. What happens if I just press continue?
Oh, okay.
Just pick up right where we left off.
That's a fine bird.
So no punishment at all. I can't tell if maybe we lost score? Which, you know, who gives a shit?
Are you able to reach 666 points in this game, you think?
I don't think they have single-digit numbers for that very reason. You could probably reach 6,660, though.
Tim Rod says, game over, you have run out of Jesus. Please insert a coin for more Jesus. I believe this is what the problem with indulgences was, actually.
That's my recollection. It was like a mix of Bomberman and Legend of Zelda, if you think about it. What happens if I blow up these trash cans?
Okay, they understand the importance of waste management.
It's another one of these environmental message games. You can't blow up the trash cans.
Oh, those boys that think you need to cause the rapture to bring Jesus back by destroying the planet are going to be really upset when they see this.
3 more vials. Underground. Oh, it even has like little side-scrolly sections in Zelda where they just...
Wow. Yeah, damn.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, ladder crime.
I'm not going to remember how to navigate this at all. Well, I gotta get that golden, whatever that is. Anointing oil. Of course.
Do we need to... We're gonna do that?
Can I switch? How do I switch? No, that's lay bomb. Well, I can't get those hearts. I can't get those doves.
God,
Damn
why?
devil. Why have you forsaken me? This is compelling. Like, I'm sorry. This is like... Can I blow these up?
Do you need to walk away? I mean, it should be fine for you.
Let's find out.
The man of the Lord.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. I do want to see there's an item in there. Yes! A door. I mean, it's not an item, but... Here's an apple to add to your collection of fruit. It travels slowly, but is very powerful.
That'll be 40.
But how do I switch? So I use the numero. I use the numero here to select weapons. So how do I select special items then? Restoring health. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
The anointing oil restored my health?
Yep.
I pressed A to use it, and it just... I did not need to use it at that moment in time.
Well, you're anointed now.
I guess so. Alright, apple time. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be a proper dungeon. No.
Of course. Vial storage.
Gotta hold them somewhere. Oh, jeez!
What the... Excuse me?
I'm getting the hell out of here. Oh no, they're not letting me out of here.
Well, you have to defeat the devil to get the hell out of here.
Alright, let's see if we lose anything. Continue. 44-29. Nope,
Guess
game
not.
don't care. I just noticed the pain sound effects, though. Woo!
Alright! That's a very clean sample. I clearly need the rapid firepower of the pair.
I gotta get him in a corner is what I gotta do. Because I want to hit him with the bomb. The vase, I mean. Maybe if I lure him up here. Oh, wait.
Oh.
I just hit him with an apple and that did the trick at a certain point. Boss room 1. That was a boss. This is the Belt of Truth. One of the 6 pieces of the armor of God. With this, you can move obstacles. Very good. So I guess these are our Triforce stand-ins in this particular game.
But they're also, they give you powers.
Can I go right here if I blow stuff up? No. It didn't seem like I could push anything.
Does that just mean that those are fake blocks over there? You get in the normal, like when you go back out to the, like it's just a representation of outside, but then.
Oh, I see what they. Yeah, it's like a weird perspective. Like that was us inside of.
Yeah, can you blow that wall up?
I don't think so. I'm gonna guess no. Which one?
Really? On the right, that was glass. Yeah, right up here in the corner, at the top of this ladder here. Yeah. Because it was, I don't know, it looked like little... Okay, it just looked different on the other screen for no reason, then never mind.
They're just playing tricks on us.
More power, more holy power.
Greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing you there was an invisible wall in that top right corner. Truly devious, truly fucked up. Alright, I don't think we went left. Let's see where this takes us out. Let's see where it spits us out. Somewhere. Alright, what's this building in the center? Is this the church that was referred to earlier? No, this is the beginning of the game, is what this is. This is gonna be the, empty room. I mean, okay. I hate to say it, but if your mom picked this up from you from the Christian bookstore that these games were sold at, and said, I know you wanted Legend of Zelda, but it's a little too unholy, so I got you this instead. This would be pretty good. If you need a Christian-themed Zelda, for whatever reason, this seems functional. Jesus told his disciples to preach the gospel to only the Jews. I think it's every creature, but let's see what happens if we get one wrong.
Will this kill us? In real life, will this kill us?
It certainly froze the game.
Wow.
Oh my god, DOSBox itself is crashing right now. Wow, the game really did not like that answer, did not like me getting uppity with them.
Wow, this scared a shit out of a kid. I cannot even imagine.
You got that wrong, you're going to hell. Yeah, I have to I'd report that to Microsoft, I guess. that killed DOSBox. Like, it wasn't just the games. Like, it must have created some sort of loop in the background or something that caused DOSBox itself to be like, we don't know how the hell to handle this.
You're gonna call Microsoft, and then Bill Gates gonna answer the phone and be like, "Well, just one more question. They should preach to who? Only the Jews? Well, now you've messed up."
So those were the games I had selected. I think we got through them. We still have 30 minutes left, though, so I think I can do one or two more if you're okay with that.
Sure.
So this is the post-show. Consider this the post-epilogue. These games, at least this first one, I'm setting up for one that I know is just boring as shit. But this one is a proper NES-to-DOS conversion. This is Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, let's see how the games are in hell, where we are now.
Yeah. There's no way we're topping that, is basically what I'm trying to get at here. But this is Tom and Jerry on DOS. The NES version was released in 1991. This version was released in 1993. Let's go ahead and center that joystick. Top left, lower right.
Someone please clip that, by the way.
Yeah, of course. This was developed by Albino Frog Software on behalf of High Tech Expressions.
Tom and Jerry.
Must be the German release. I remember this having cutscenes at the beginning. Maybe I need to hang around there for longer, but
yeah. Wow, some vastly different detail levels going on here. Really like that.
This is how I remember the NES version playing. It's a pretty boring platformer, all told. You can climb walls because you are a rat, and I guess rats climb walls, so. And your attack is tossing this. I seem to remember the NES version having music in it, though. And for 1993, you could do music and sound effects at the same time on DOS. I think we're collecting cheese and trying to find an exit. These are, when I talk about how much I don't care for platformers, these are exactly the sort of games I have in mind.
I mean, I'm sure these aren't the games in mind people have when they say I like platformers. I'd be surprised. Maybe.
This is someone's favorite game. Statistically, this is someone's favorite platformer. This is kind of how all platformers feel to me. Is these wide open stages and jeez. And just collectathon shit. Wait, can I just jump through the pipe here? No.
A lot of European gaming. I know other ones do it, but... What? Oh, okay, Steam. I thought it was that glass jar that killed you.
Where's it gonna start me? Oh, here, okay. I expected it to start me at the beginning of the level.
Is that a checkpoint, maybe? Is that a clone tube?
Yeah, this is clone. This is Jerry, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I still... It took me a second. I always forget. It's like a Lenny and Carl situation. Which one is Tom? Tom the Tomcat. That just hit me. That just occurred to me that he's called Tom because he's a tomcat.
Was he a tomcat? He's a house cat.
Yeah, but that's the joke, though, is that he's a tom.
Wow, yeah.
So why is Jerry? Why is Jerry called Jerry then?
He's a little jerry can of a guy. That saying that everyone, I mean, probably in the past, I don't know. They said all sorts of weird shit back then.
Yep. God, I remember this is incidental to the game being played right now because I'm going to talk about anything that isn't the game at this point. We did the Spirit of Speed 1937 article, badgamehallofame.com/spirit-speed or wherever, the name of the game with dashes instead of spaces. Or you can just search it on the website. Whatever works, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, we have the most comprehensive article on Spirit of Speed 1937 ever written by anyone ever. And the whole point is that I originally intended to write that article in mock 1930s vernacular, which would have made the article fucking unreadable. But at least the first paragraph of it is still written that way. So I got, like, a bit of my bit in there. This is another one of those where the fuck do you go kind of games, as it turns out.
I was saying they used to say weird shit back then, like Riz Skibbity Toilet. But like that's the thing. They could have. They just didn't. So whenever people say like, "Oh man, lingo these days is weird," like it's so different. Like it's the same. It's just different nonsense that we say now.
Somehow ended up dying in the same spot in the same way.
Except when people say, I lived that instead of I survived that. That's wrong. They shouldn't say that. That's it. That's the one thing I'm going to draw the line at. Riz is fine. I can imagine just as easily like a guy in a Point Break saying he has Riz, like a cool surfer dude.
Riz him up, bro. Pro Striker 92 says, I always read a comment that strokes my ego. As an avid racing games player, The Spirit of Speed 1937 is my favorite article from the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Thank you very much. I worked very hard on it. You are right to enjoy it. You are correct that it is good. Oh no.
My favorite article is all of that.
Get out of here.
But I mean,
know
if
when
people
I'm
want to
being
contest
played.
me. No, look, if people want to contest me, they have to read all the articles just to make sure.
Yeah, I can't read those articles. Those articles are fucking long. Like, I don't read my shit. Like, I mean, I edit it, like, I guess. But like, if someone else, I was talking about this the other day, that if someone else ran the Bad Game Hall of Fame, someone wrote in the same way that I write, if someone did everything the same way I did, and I was just like, I had my same brain, but I didn't come up with it. If I was me, but not the writer of Bad Game Hall of Fame, I would not read Bad Game Hall of Fame. I'd take one look at it and be like, this is insufferable. This person should, like, trim their fat, like, for real. Do we need 40,000 words on the Rings Terrors realm when a stream will suffice?
I had a moment. It was weird in that it was like other people in that case, but it was just like, oh hey, it's a bunch of people I like talking about something I like. Like they like not even like people who usually do podcasts, I think, but they did one about something I was interested in. And then partway through listening to it, I'm like, oh my god, I don't care. I'm like, wait a minute, this is.
Brevity is the soul of wits, as a wise man once said.
Oh, that was water. I thought you died of fall damage.
No, I did die of fall damage. It was not water.
Oh, okay. Because your jump was not brief enough.
Oh, I could jump through that. Good. You think there's an end to the stage at any point?
No, I actually think it's just generating the levels you go.
They're developing this in real time to keep up with me.
Video Game King says, remember that one episode of Tom and Jerry where Tom has to get Jerry to accept a written apology or else he'll go to hell, and he goes to hell anyway? That sounds about right.
I always just remember the episode where they commit suicide. They go on the train tracks and let a train run them over because they both get dumped by a girl. That's an actual Tom and Jerry. That's also the only episode where they speak. They have speaking voices. They have, like, monologue in that episode.
Oh, it didn't take off, huh? I wonder what that's all about.
Oh, here's the intro. In a beautiful aspect ratio. We lost, by the way, and I'm not playing that again. I know there's boss fights that you fight against Tom, but we're not going to see that.
Wow, I can't believe they invented deep fried JPEGs for this.
I don't even know, like, the aspect ratio on this is, like, it's showing in 4:3, but even if you, like, shrunk it down to, like, 320 by 200, those 40 pixels aren't going to make the difference here. Controls, space to see your inventory, S to turn the sound on or off. Well, it's good to know, at least.
Is it an inventory?
I guess so. We'll never know, because I'm never going to play it ever again. But, yeah, that was certainly Tom and Jerry. All right. Now,
Jerry, at least.
Yeah, as far as we know. So, now we're getting into real bonus game territory. At the very beginning of the stream, which feels so long ago, I said that we would not play arcade to DOS conversions. Someone recommended Ninja Gaiden, but there's another franchise that has DOS versions and has an NES version, but they are two very different things, because they're both based on... Like, they're both different versions of an original arcade game. What I'm trying to say is, here's Contra on MS-DOS, released in 1988. So the original arcade game released in 1987, the NES game came out in 1988, and this is a Banana Development production in 1988. Do I need to press a button here? I certainly do.
Oh, man.
Ooh, boy. And there was no palette selection on this one, so what we see is what we get. I don't think there's any joystick support either. Destroy the flashing targets at the end of each level to stop the Red Falcon, not capitalized, organization from gaining world domination. Link's Winter says CGA stands for Contra graphics are awesome. Oh, here we go. This is a classic DOS setup.
Red Falcon wasn't capitalized because they're just birds this time.
How do I actually select joystick? Oh, F1. Joystick. Yeah. And that should just work, right? This should just be lower right fire button. Let's take it on easy, because I'm going to assume this is not going to be the smoothest version of Contra. I'm always crouching when I'm not moving.
Oh, wow. Those aliens really took it to Vietnam.
So joystick control, not ideal, because it's constantly moving.
I gotta say, having the somersault animation end with him being in like a midair sitting position is really giving it a different vibe.
Did I fall through the screen? No, there we go. There we are. We're still here. Give me that spread shot.
Oh, wow. Is this gonna work?
Oh boy. Is this the version of Contra? There is a version of Contra, I don't remember if it's this one or not, that ends with the world exploding. That the only ending you get is a bad ending. And it might be this version. We had the flame shot for a second there.
Oh, that's okay. Gotta get to that wall, though.
Oh, clearly. Then we gotta see what the behind the back sequence looks like. What does M stand for again?
Machine gun?
I cannot begin to stress how the controls here make absolutely no sense, do not correspond to anything. I hold up and I start running right. If I hold nothing, I'm holding down. So the calibration here, it clearly went wrong here. So I need to kill the guy up top.
Yeah, I think you gotta blow up all the spots. Maybe. Well,
can I just shoot this one?
I guess that.
Oh, here we go.
What do I know? Oh, choices? Choices and consequences?
So we'll go. Oh, do I need to shoot the thing in the center? Is that what I need to do here?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the problem. I'm always crouching.
Uh-huh.
I need to stand up to shoot. If I press up, I electrocute myself.
Oh.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch to... I will give this a shot with keyboard. Because clearly I have not shown off the game, and it's the ideal way. Clearly there must be something to this. Keyboard. And let's make sure player 2 is not active. And let's set player 1 keys. Yeah, I guess I have to do numpad for this.
Like a fighting game.
I'll make fires. I can't make it Z or X. Enter? Right shift. Sure. Ah, boy. Wish me luck. Okay. I just realized something. You press a direction, you continue to travel in that direction. You have to press the center key to stop moving. So, so much for the spread shot. Yeah, so I'm not holding any direction here. It is just winging it. And if I press 5, I stop moving. And I stop right in the middle of a bullet, so my timing is excellent.
So, but does that mean you can aim diagonally and stand in place?
Yeah, that's why they do it, right? I presume.
I guess. I mean, you can't do that in the original, so, like, it doesn't...
You can do it in the arcade version, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, the arcade version is markedly different from the NES version. Or I guess vice versa. Flip it, reverse it, because they... Okay, so M is machine gun. I'm just gonna ignore everything and everyone there. Alright. Oh my god, even still counts here. You still have to, like...
Oh, no.
5. Nope, 5. There we go. Now I can shoot the thing in the center, hopefully. Disable the lasers. Let's... Oh! You know, I never thought I'd be clamoring for the shitty MSX version of Contra. Though that's the version that has the world ending at the end of it. It's all coming back to me now.
It's no Grisor.
But what is... left?
It's kind of funny to think of all, like, the game title changes, like, and stuff they changed to avoid offense. So, like, why don't we rename this game to Contra? That's a nice contentious term for this game.
Well, that's as far as I can get in DOS Contra. Maybe if the analog stick thing, maybe if... Or maybe, like, it was, like, maybe the reason why I felt it was weird is because it was, like, sticking the controls. Maybe, like, even with a joystick, it still tries to cruise control you, even if you're holding it Man, that is untenably bad control. I tell you what. So, want to see Super C on DOS?
Wow. This looks like I'll have the benefit of 2 years more of development. Not
nope,
time.
This was... Nope, 1990.
Oh, right.
So, no, it was 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, not time. They didn't work on it for 2 years, but 2 years had passed.
2 years to reflect on what they had done.
Mike's a Krika. There we go. And Mike Hadley.
Do I dare try joystick again?
I mean, you have to see how it's changed.
Okay, now, when it has this, it's gonna work. When it has this screen, it's gonna work.
Save game.
Yeah, you can, like Castlevania had that, where if you quit at a certain point, you can pick up where you left off.
Oh, wow, this has better graphics in the way that looks way worse. Wow.
Yes. Hey, it controls normally.
The entire gun falling out of there is very funny.
And again, this is, to be clear, based on the arcade version of Super Contra, not the NES version. So this did not count in the lineup before. I'm playing it now just because funny.
Yeah.
Because it looks goofy.
Yeah. Link's asking, is this by the people who did Castlevania? Because that was the same menu. I mean...
I should double check that when I... Can I pause? Is there a pause button? No.
I can
Distinctive software. So I think that's a yes. I think you called it. I think you got it in one.
Yep.
It's like visiting an old friend. This is totally fine. I'm just not taking it very seriously. I'm not, giving it the most thought. Okay, I'll dodge that bullet.
Wow, look at you. 2 bullets dodged.
Alright, how many shots is this gonna take? Well, I guess that answered my question.
Shout out, knife guy.
Alright, so there is auto fire if you just hold down the fire button mercifully.
Okay.
Granted, you only have a single bullet on screen at a time because they don't have the power up, but oh, look at this.
Here we go, crush gun. Now we're talking. Oh, the Navy. No, what have they done?
Oh, and we made it to the top list. Yeah, I'll put my name in. I don't want to try that again. I can maybe do a little better than that. Let's give it a shot. Let's try to give this a fair shot. I do have one other game. Shit. The thing is, like, 9 lives. We start with 9 lives. I lost a life, and I still have 9 lives. But then it actually does count lives at a certain point, so... Oh, Rajago points out, ported by Don Matrix's distinctive software.
Oh, yeah. What do you know?
Humble beginnings of industry scumbags.
Age 17.
This guy is tough on the floor here. Distinctive software will become EA Vancouver. With chops like this. Can I just run past that guy? Yeah, I totally can. Screw you, mini-boss. Give me that gun. Give me that gun.
My favorite ad-lib sounds. Little... bob explosions.
Wub, 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 wub. Oh, I wasn't expecting enemies to come out of it.
Of course.
I mean, I guess I should have expected it. It is Contra.
It's the classic Navy tactic. I mean, they warned you with the logo.
So if I shoot all the guns, then what is left to shoot? Shit. Well, I guess we're not going to find out. So yeah, that was totally super Contra. I didn't get quite as high a score because I didn't bother to kill the tank. So I'll do it in lowercase. But I have one more game. One more bonus game. And this is the first one that was mentioned in chat when we started streaming today. Someone mentioned Ninja Gaiden. And I pointed out that the version of Ninja Gaiden on DOS is based off of the arcade version and not the NES version. You know what I also could have done? I could have done Bionic Commando here, too, because that's another game based on the arcade version, not the NES version. I could have done it as a bonus game, but not as a game for the actual lineup. I think I covered all the bangers there, and we're just going to do this one because this seems rotten from what I've played of it. So this is Ninja Gaiden. And this was released 1990. The arcade game was 1988. The NES release was 1988. So 2 years it took to make this.
COMMENTATORS asking if Ninja Gaiden 2 was played. No, it was not.
That one is based on the NES game. It's very jank. Ooh, I completely missed that then. That's on me. I guess I wasn't as exhaustive as I thought I was. Very nice. Can I go into the game? Or Ninja in USA.
Yeah.
I want that as a t-shirt. It already looks like a faded t-shirt. It looks like it's been through the wash a few times, this graphic.
Link says, DOS Bionic Commando is hell. Damn.
DOS Ninja Gaiden 2 is from the devs of SNES Wizard of Oz, if that's any indication. Boy, howdy, is it. That's cute. I also we're using fisticuffs. I can't remember. I thought the arcade game had you using a sword from the start.
No, you use that hand to hand. The sword is a power up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's part and parcel to it then. I guess this is authentic in that way.
I can't remember if that was one of those games where there's a punch button and a kick button, and the kick's better than the punch all the time.
Well, I only get the two buttons
the
on the joystick here. I have a punch button and I have a jump button. Because remember, joysticks at this time that you would have plugged into your DOS compatible, your IBM compatible DOS machine would have had usually just one button on them. Lucky if you got two. Okay, I'm assuming it wants me to really like clear these enemies out, which I really don't want to do, but it may leave me no choice at a certain point. I am doing a kick at a certain point. It's part of like a combo chain or something. Or maybe it's an input? You ever need to hold a direction and do it? That's when a backflip. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Got him.
A lot of dual collie stick Blutos out here in America.
What we're known for. Streets paved with gold, Blutos carrying dual sticks.
Like it says, I think if you jump on someone's head, there's another move.
Maybe, but...
Move appears to be getting your ass kicked jutsu.
That's the one I specialize in. That's what I studied many years in that martial arts.
Oh, really? I'm a natural myself.
Oh, I see. A Wunderkind.
This music's just like interpretive, generative, jazz. Is this jazz?
Yeah, as far as I understand it.
I was thinking this earlier, but like, do you think all these like beep boop soundtracks actually had a undue impact on like parents' perception of games for kids?
Just like, this is so like, fucking annoying. When my kid plays their stupid video games, I have to like put headphones on because it's so grating. Yeah, that has to have been a case in more than a couple households.
So it's like video games could turn your kid into a murderer. Like, thank God, finally a reason to stop my kid from playing video games.
I'll take the first excuse I can get. Whatever makes my living room quiet again. I can't punch this guy.
What? The actual reason is that it's turning me into a murderer.
Keep kicking me off here.
This is our ledge in New York City.
This is our territory. Well, we're down to our last life, presumably? Oh no, maybe the hearts are our lives and that little blue box is our health? In which case, we could be playing this for a while.
I believe that's how many of Ronald McDonald's puzzle cards we've collected.
Oh shit, yeah. It all comes together. Link's Winter saying I pay $1,300 a month for my ledge. The best deal I could find in the city. As a New Yorker, I will confirm. That is what $1,300 will get you is... Oh, well... What? I wanted to get down to the platform underneath me. Instead, I decided to jump to my death.
That's the next paradigm in New York living, is everyone's going to be like that guy who taped himself to the ceiling at that LAN party.
Oh, that's such a throwback image. That might just be a joke for you and me, but I don't care. If someone has any ASCII art of that image, you can post it in the chat, I guess. It's...
Video Game King says there are only 2 windows on the entire building. Yeah, I gotta pay for the view. Do you think everyone's entitled to windows?
I mean, these windows just look out into another parking lot. So, I mean,
yeah. And you'll like it.
Could get a cheaper Legend in New Jersey, but that's so far out of the way, says Link's Winters. Yeah, the commute on that would be brutal. 3 hours to get in and out of the city, but, you know, it's a living. Dying ain't much of a living, boy. I tell you what. I just want to see what the boss looks like in this, and then we're done with this. Because I'm reaching my limits. Music changed.
What's this? Wow, dynamic
Progress is being
soundtrack.
made. Those two up there won't be joining us. They don't have the wherewithal to... Oh, wait, no, never mind. We can actually push them off the screen, it looked like. If I keep moving... No, never mind.
Oh. Is this the...
Yeah, just walk into my punches, I guess. That was it. That was the boss.
Sure.
Oh,
Like, yep.
yeah, there's more of this, huh? I don't recall finding any, like, power-ups, like any sword in that previous stage. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is where they would introduce it. We're not going to play long enough to find out. And I wish I had Ninja Gaiden 2 so I could just, like, quickly do that at the end and be like, here's the one I missed. But we'll have to do that for some other stream. Maybe I'll do an arcade to DOS pipeline episode next, and then I'll make the bonus game Ninja Gaiden 2 on DOS, which is based on the NES version. Very convoluted, but you know, that's the Bad Game Hall of Fame stream. What are we if not convoluted? If we don't get a little bit wacky here, you know? That's gonna do it. That's as much DOS as I can handle for one night, I think, truth be told. If I had to reach some sort of conclusion there, it'd be that, you know, computers took a while to get good, you know, but I grew up with them. So there's a weird part of me that's nostalgic for this stuff, then the other part of me that's like, oh yeah, these are clearly worse versions across the board. Highlights, I guess, would have been, what, Barbie? Spiritual Warfare? Strange lot of games, and those are the two ones that are like, those are the least bad. But I would still take the NES versions over them. So, you know.
And Castlevania, of course, which, as I was joking, would we be like, wow, like, this is rough, and the later ones are going to be better, but that didn't happen.
Do you think that if you were a kid back in the day who went to your friend's house, played these games on NES, then came back home to a DOS machine running this, would you, like, settle for it? Would you be like this? Obviously, like, recognizing that it's worse, but do you think you would still fall in love with them the same? Do you think these games have the quintessential qualities of the source material? If you're able to get past the controls, do you think there's any merit, like, in that sort of sense?
It's for some of these, maybe. Like, I think Castlevania is, like, close enough. Because, like, when I think about, like, as a kid, I actually didn't really remember a lot of music. Like, it didn't stick with me, so I wouldn't have noticed, I don't think. But, I mean, for some of these, just, like...
Yeah,
Ninja Gaiden, definitely, absolutely, I would notice.
Yeah, I think it's just a situation where, like, we can poo-poo these games now, like, with the benefit of time and understanding and having the context of, like, the original, of the NES releases or what have you. And we can objectively look at, like, you know, the hardware really wasn't built for this stuff, and maybe they should have waited until it was. But on the other hand, like, I can still, at least for some of these games, at least some of them, imagine kids coming home to these and having a fun enough time with them. It would get them there to some extent. Maybe not in every case. I thought McDonaldland was pretty rotten.
Links in the chat says, yes, because I was a kid and it's a video game. I knew Mega Man 3 was bad, but I owned it, so it's that or nothing. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, I would have been glad to not be grounded. So, you know, there's that factor.
And with that being said, and with these games in the bag, I will thank you, Sid, for joining me on this little journey here, for filling in on short notice, and for... And again, I apologize for your ears. I will pay your medical bills for the music you endured. Just to send me the bill. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. The Bad Game Hall of Fame will ride again. Don't think tomorrow. I think I have some recording stuff to do tomorrow for something outside of the stream. So I'll look forward to that with anticipation, whatever that might be. Then sometime during the week, I will set aside a night, and then, of course, back on Saturday, as per usual. So just to stay tuned on Twitter and co-hosts, I guess. That's where you'll know if we're streaming. Or the Discord. Whatever is easier, whatever's easiest for you. I don't know. Follow the channel, I guess. That's a thing you can do. I don't know. This Twitch shit still. I'm still figuring this out. We get 40 subscribers, and I'm still trying to figure this shit out for the most part. I'm still winging this. So, anyway, bye.